the morning. On the weekend. Yeah, really. I swear to God.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 So life ain't easy, yo, I think there's a reason, though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. I always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot. Head full of flies, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
The day I met Bullhorn Betty and Jonathan Lee Ridges, they were protesting in front of the Laundries home. I began to document them, and little did I know, the three of us would spend the next few months traveling together. Nothing scares us, even if it means crossing a freezing cold river and getting wet. We put our lives in danger because we want to find answers. It gives us purpose, even if it means going undercover to get those answers, or visiting the scene of a crime and paying our respects. Searching for the truth isn't easy. It gets you out of your comfort zone and makes you see things in a different perspective. And it's this perspective that we want the world to see. At the end of the day, we fight for justice. We fight for those who don't have a voice. We fight for those who were silenced.
Andrea, aka Bullhorn Betty here. Look what I found. It looks like a lot of people on YouTube. Right here. Right here. This is a real ass right here. Like many people on YouTube. All you need to do is show an asshole a little love. Right? Right? Tell him. What you need to do? What you need to do? Huh? What you need to do? Oh, too many assholes on YouTube. Say it. Say it with me, baby. Say there's just too many people. Too many people on YouTube that look like you, huh? So the next time you want to be an ass, maybe you should come out here and hang out with the ass. Just saying. You want to be a jackass? There's your brother. Peace out. Bullhorn Betty style.
Causes pain.
As you wake up in the morning, you want to find the latest, greatest information about criminal cases and have an intuitive conversation about the suspects associated with these cases. Head over to the Bullhorn Betty channel on YouTube. Get breaking news right here on the Bullhorn Betty channel. Welcome to the Bullhorn Betty Coffee Club. Enjoy your stay and enjoy your day.
Let me get my camera on. What's up, my beautiful people of YouTube? As you can see, we are back out front of this disgusting home where they allow baby killers to live in Chatham County. Again, part of the reason why we are out here is because this lady, Leilani Simon, is accused and has been named by FBI and the Chatham County Police as the prime suspect in the death and disappearance of her 20-month-old son, Quentin Simon. She reported her son missing on October 5th of this year at around 9:30 in the morning. Lots of stuff has been coming out related to this household over the last few weeks, primarily the criminal record of Billy Joe Powell and the criminal record of just about every single person that visits this home. Right now, we are still waiting desperately for Police Chief Hadley and the DA to get off their ass and come arrest these women, because it's no longer just Leilani Simon that's culpable in the disappearance of this young boy. Her mother has lied to the police, has lied to the courts. She went to the court saying Leilani was abusing these children and on drugs. She actually went as far as to evict her daughter from this home, citing there is no peace inside this home. And we can clearly see that. All these things that Billy Joe did and told to the courts to say that she was trying to protect her children, or her grandchildren rather, and then she goes and turns those very grandchildren over to the mother that she has been desperately trying to get those children from. It doesn't make sense. So I kept wondering, why would she do this? And then we start hearing her past before Quentin and Sky were even born. What happened to Zane? And we actually got a hold of a few babysitters that actually watched Zane. And what we found from them is that Zane was also covered in bruises, also filthy, also coming over there with no diapers, no food. One of those babysitters actually reported Leilani to DCS back then. What they call DFACS here is their alphabet soup of child welfare in Chatham County. And guess who yet again got highly upset that somebody involved DFACS? Billy Joe. So this was going on way back before Leilani even had 2 additional children. So this idea that Billy Joe didn't know what her daughter was capable of, and the fact that Billy Joe knew that Leilani was utilizing drugs in front of these children, was assaulting these children when they were left alone with their mother.
So much so that even Leilani herself on September 18th had a cryptic post on her Facebook page that said something to the effect of, I can't even horseplay with my boyfriend and my children without somebody busting in thinking thinking the worst. So that shows me that the people of this house were well aware of her abuse on these children, so much so that they were opening doors when they heard loud noises and stuff, and Leilani was in the room alone or perceived to be alone with these children. But for Billy Joe, those risks were acceptable. She left these children knowing that they would witness their mother using drugs, that she left these children with their mother knowing that she would most likely physically assault them, and that was okay for her. That was okay for her, enough that she left the kids here and goes out of town to work for weeks on end. Now, that is the reason why I think Billy Joe deserves to also be right behind her daughter. While she did not physically kill her grandson, because of her decisions, because of her lies, because of her deception to the courts, in an effort to again cover her own daughter's butt so she didn't have her children removed, she lied. You see the theme? What we found out being on the ground here is that this has been deemed the party house of the community. When we arrived here, it did stand up to that name. We had a lot of people going in and out. We had a lot of people that were drinking and most likely doing other substances, although we couldn't see them. However, we did see Leilani. We did see her twitchy jaw on the news camera, did we not? We did see how evil Billy Joe looked when she gave that interview. We did see her intently looking at her daughter's lips as she was talking, making sure she said everything that they had practiced, making sure that she did not make a mistake once again. That night, after they realized that this was part of the strategy, to make them come public, to apply enough pressure that they had to do damage control, when they realized that they had just been punked, next thing you know, everything just breaks loose here. Cracks form, right? We got drunk people walking out of there, trying to attack people for asking why weren't the cameras here before baby Q disappeared. And a lady rips that gate behind me open and starts a stumbling. Like, you could have blown her and she would have fell over, but apparently she thought she was a Billy Badass and was going to come out here and show a protester a little something. But we saw Billy Joe, which appeared also intoxicated, not to that level, but also intoxicated, going and grabbing her friend. So my question is, you're dealing with so much stuff over here. You're dealing with the courts, the investigation. This entire home is under investigation at this day, at this time, right? Every person in there has not been cleared of this crime. So we have an entire household under investigation. And you've got people, friends, coming over here and causing more problems. You got mom and daughter heading out the Tybee Island thinking they got away from the YouTubers. So they decided to let their hair hang down. They just fail to realize when you have thousands of people across this country and across this world, and many people realizing we're the only ones out here covering this case every single day, the local community is tuning in. The local community is providing us tips. That is the power of YouTube. And we are very blessed to have that. We are very blessed to have some of the best body language experts on the YouTube platform. And we got to finally see, and now we know. For those that didn't know whether this family was guilty, after that interview, we definitely know this family is guilty. And without further ado, share, you're wrong. Okay? You having your name in these windows makes your hands bloody. When are you going to quit protecting the criminals and start coming onto the side of truth and justice? Share. I would be embarrassed to have my name hanging on the windows of baby killers' homes. Share. Share. Do you hear me, little lady? You are wrong. Okay, now that we're done with that. Let me get on this side. Oh, I see some super chats. Guys, give me just a second. Let me go on the other side of this. How do I do that? Hold on just a second. Let me go on the other side of this, guys, just real quick. Come here. No, no, no. Your dog is out. The black Chihuahua is out. Please come get this dog so he doesn't get injured again. And I think it's criminal if you have an injured dog and do not take it to the vet. It's animal cruelty. Just want to let you know. Sorry. All right, give me just a second. Let me go see what's on the other side. I know.
More than one.
Sorry, guys. I know you guys can hear me and you can't see me. I'm probably frozen at this moment. I'm sorry about that. But it's starting to rain out here. And I want to see. Here we go. Give me just a second, guys. Okay. Let's see what we got over here. Let me see if I can bring this up on panel. Or not up on panel, up on, it's not working for me, guys. So just bear with me. Just bear with me. Okay, we're here. Okay, let me see if I can find you. And for all those that are giving super chats and super stickers, please just understand that I'm out here. It's hard for me to, I'm on a little screen like this big, and I try to do the best. Oh, there you are. Okay, Natalie Yarborough. Nice to see you. Thank you for your love and support. Thank you for showing up for those of us who can't. You are appreciated. Justice for baby Q. Absolutely. We want justice for baby Q. That is why we are out here. At the end of the day, that truly is why we are out in front of this home, because we feel like baby Q is not getting justice. There were so many things that we found out that could have prevented this. There was a whole system failure here, and I hope they do an investigation on how we got here, how this entire system happened. Thank you for everything. Oh, thank you. God bless you. Absolutely. I will be out here. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you. We're gonna be out here fighting. We want the sheriff to get off his ass and come put some silver cuffs on that. Yeah. And the only way you're gonna get that, you know what? I found out he was appointed by your county commissioner. So you guys need to be blowing up your county commission office and saying, why do we have this piece of garbage police chief? We need a new one. Somebody that's law and order, that doesn't allow baby killers on your street. Be careful. You're welcome. You're welcome. God bless y'all. God bless y'all. People of this community get it. You know, people of this community have, and they've come out in droves. There's been more people that in this community that have support the effort that we are doing out here than not. Again, this is unfortunate that we have to bring this to their front door, that these neighbors have to deal with it. Nobody should be dealing with this. Let's be honest. Nobody should be dealing with it, because you should have police chiefs that are law and order and lock criminals up, especially the ones that kill young children. We were out here last night with some of the night crew protesters. That's kind of their name. They are the night crew. That's what they are. They are being tagged as night crew. And you know, there are some rowdy ones here. And the ones that are rowdy are the ones that got arrested because they are pissed off. As how can they be arrested for blocking a car or knocking on a window, but a child killer can sleep in her bed and be accused of the most heinous crimes with two probation officers? Yes, she's on probation twice. We found out. One in North Carolina, one in Georgia. So everybody needs to understand probation is a privilege. When you are on probation, they're basically saying you are supposed to be in jail, but we're going to give you the benefit of the doubt. And as long as you do what we ask you to do, you don't have to serve your sentence in jail. So they put all these criterias in this supervised release, such as abstaining from drugs, abstaining from alcohol, not having contact with law enforcement. And typically, if you do have contact with law enforcement, you are required to tell them. So Leilani, have you contacted your probation officers like you're supposed to do to let them know you are under criminal investigation for the murder of your 20-month-old son? I'm just curious. But we're out here. Chronicles of Olivia and Mom are on their expedition right now. They just left this morning to go find Bigfoot. And we told her, if you find Bigfoot, let us know. Call us immediately. We will be on the way. But until then, until we start getting MGL, Justice for All, Chronicles of Olivia is coming back here. Once everybody starts getting here, then our voices will be heard from the YouTube community, which is representing you guys. I have pulled out all the stops. I have called everybody that I know that is passionate about these cases, that wants change, that really wants to fight for justice for this child. And they're coming in here, and we're going to show up, and we're going to let the police chief know that his community has brought us here. We have heard the cries of his community, and we are here because he turned off his ears and is refusing to listen to the people that pay his salary. He's not doing things properly, in my opinion. I've seen proper investigations done. This looks like a shit show, right? And it's on the Bullhorn Betty channel. And we are going to be running this shit show live because this police chief, the police chief Hadley, is not doing his community any good. Now, the beautiful people, the beat cops, I have to say this. Many of you guys know we back the blue. These beat cops take orders from top brass. Chain of command, maybe not top brass, but they're supervisors, right? And their supervisors take commands from top brass. And so these people, I've watched officers getting screamed at in their face, and they have maintained their composure. That is what I expect. That is unacceptable, in my opinion. They should not be abused that way. But the professionalism is back here in front of this house with law enforcement. We don't have a sergeant coming out here and violently roughing up, folks out here that aren't resisting arrest. Many of them acknowledged that very night that they understand that they did wrong when they were getting arrested, and they brought them back, I believe, and released back out here that same night. So it's not like they aren't taking responsibility. However, that police sergeant needs to equally take responsibility for his actions, because the women out here that weren't resisting arrest, one that was never even arrested, explain to me why she has bruises on her. Why was she manhandled so much? She literally has that officer's entire handprint bruised into her arm when she was not resisting arrest. That is unacceptable. And but that was only one officer. I watched many officers out here, take a licking and keep on ticking. And while I think that's wholly unfair, I think that these officers out here are really trying to protect the protesters and allow them their voice out here. Some of them are just still very angry. They're angry. Why are they going to jail for stupid nonsense? But a woman can murder her kid, be on probation, and literally be able to live in comfort. That's disgusting for many people around this country and around this world. And why this is dominating the YouTube airways, because people can't understand this. And police chief, there's a lot of people that there's law enforcement that is in here watching this shit show that you have created. And they also, years of experience being chiefs of police and mayors of counties and county commissioners. They're watching this and they're saying, what in the hell is going on in Chatham County? And if this is not your doing, it's definitely the DA's doing. What in the hell is the DA doing about this? These are elected officials, folks. You don't have to put up with this nonsense. You are the boss. You are the boss. Take that control back, folks. Take the control back. But until then, right? Elections are coming up. You guys can go and change your election. If you found out that one of your county commissioners was supporting this Yahoo, go up to your election office, get your ballot, and tell them you want to change it and remove it. Oh boy, we got trouble.
How's your stream running?
It is amazing.
No lag?
No lag. Oh, by the way, if you guys haven't noticed the quality of the stream, courtesy of Dolly Vision and the Turtle Gang. All right. Yeah. This is ridiculous. Come on, guys. What's going on here? We don't like baby killers. Like I don't like baby killers in states adjoining to mine. Like, especially one that has roots from Florida. This lady has been arrested in my state. No, time to go. Don't come back to Florida either, because I will make your life a living hell. If you guys think you got problems here in Georgia, come over that state line, baby. Double dog dare you. Double dog dare. Nobody, you would not, you'd be eaten alive in Florida. Eaten alive. Non-violently, of course. Oh. Hey, Chief. Chief. Got him right here. Got him right here. Right here. Got him. Just bring an officer. I got what you need right here. Here you go. Leilani. Baby. These are coming for you. Right? And you know what? Bullhorn Betty is going to have this shit-eating grinning on her face. Listen to this. That's what we want to hear, baby. That's what we want to hear. Police Chief Hadley, this is what your community needs. Get off your ass. Find something. This lady has beat her children. She's the only person that's a prime suspect in her son's disappearance. And I got what you need right here, Police Chief Hadley. I got what you need. Come get her. I'm watching her for you. She ain't going nowhere, okay? She's right in that house, I promise you. All you got to do is come on over. You don't even need to bring your own. I got mine right here waiting for you. Why don't you come over here and get her behind bars? Because this right here, this is justice. That's justice. This is injustice. Right. Now, I don't know if they're police issued, Chief. I don't, but you know, at this point, any cuffs will do. Any cuffs will do. I made sure they didn't have the fuzzy on them. We want to make sure that when they go on there, even with the not police issued one, we want to make sure when they click, they hurt. They hurt. Look at all the problems arising from Leilani. This one individual has caused so much heartache, so much heartache. And he's not her only victim. All of her children are her victim. But in a way, this all was created by Billy Joe. How screwed up her children are. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you really want to, follow the paperwork and look at the lifestyle that even Leilani had to live with, you kind of understand why she's really screwed up. You really do. But there's a lot of screwed up people in this country that don't go and kill their babies. Lots of them. I was one of them, right? I haven't murdered nobody. I haven't witnessed a murder, right? Most people that are effed up don't become homicidal maniacs. And Billy Joe created two. How many murderers come from one family? Lord have mercy. But I'm the liar. We heard our drunk friend come out here and say, I don't know what I'm talking. Maybe I know what I'm talking about. You know what the problem is? It's a damn shame that some stupid YouTuber comes into this town and gets it within 48 hours. Literally has the plethora of information within 48 hours. Some stupid YouTuber from Florida that has a big freaking mouth, right? and a bullhorn. Don't forget the bullhorn, right? There's no Betty without bullhorn. 2,200 people are watching this chat right now. Guys, go out there and like this video. Again, this is how we grow. This is how we expand. This is how we allow people to understand what we do. I have to be honest with you. When I first came on YouTube, people didn't know how to take me. People didn't know that, what we were doing ever had any kind of effect. We've always said it did. Even with Gabby Petito, we had Bertolino coming out and having to do damage control almost every day with his statement. That's why like I said, I was pretty surprised it took this family so long to start doing damage control, because I damaged the shit out of them. So I actually thought that they were going to be doing this stuff last week. But to be honest with you, we didn't have a lot of the information we have this week last week. Now we do. Now we have all these photos of children with 2 black eyes. I mean, I can understand a child walking into the wall, one time, but really 2 times in the same day? I mean, that's a little hard to do. I got to be honest with you. And then we have, marks and bruises. And I have a funny feeling when they find the bag of bones that is left of Quentin Simon, they're going to find fractures in his bones. I really, truly believe that they're going to find fractures, healed fractures, not new fractures. I have a funny feeling they're going to find that child had been brutalized at the hands of his mother. That Leilani, maybe one of those times that your son was crying that you decided to beat him again, it might have been because he had a broke bone and he was in a lot of pain. Did you ever think about that? Did you ever take him to the doctor after you beat him to have him checked out to make sure you didn't injure him? Do you know whether or not the reason why your oldest son, Zane, right? Why he's slow, why he doesn't talk very well? Could it be from brain injuries that he sustained at your hands? I mean, these are questions that I want to know. And I think that this has great public concern, and we should know. Those children, including Sky, the 4-month-old baby, is in the state custody. I am pretty sure at this point, the state has, at least examined them. But if they haven't done x-rays, that exam is worthless, because I think we're going to find some fractured bones. And I would do a head scan too, especially on Zane. You might be surprised what you find out. But hey, that's just a stupid YouTuber. I mean, what do I know? Don't know a whole lot. I want to read this. So it says, I worked at a probation officer, and people were always calling the office to violate people, and usually didn't have documentation needed to violate them. Well, the grandmother's own court records, recent court records where she wrote to the court, that was under oath. That was under oath. That was under oath in a court of law. The photos that this police chief is keeping away from the public, right? Because we can't request the documentation on the abuse of these children, because this is an open and active investigation. So this idea that he's going to be letting the public know how violent this lady was to her kids is ridiculous. He has that information. He sees the videos. He sees the photography. I mean, we're seeing stuff that's been leaking from the people trying to help Quentin that knew this family, right? We have people that knew this family and knows Leilani is guilty as hell, and they're funneling this information to us to help with justice for baby Q, and still the police chief is doing squat about it. That's the problem we're all having. If this lady was in jail and they just had an investigation to do, we wouldn't be here. Your officers could be out helping instead of having to be up here dealing with noise complaints and people protesting on a street in Chatham County because of the lawlessness that goes on here. I even picked up a piece of trash and said I'm more likely to go to jail for littering this piece of trash than I am for killing a 20-month-old kid. These are the things that we have problems with. So now that we have good internet, guys, guess what I'm going to do? We got 2,300 people in the chat. I am going to drop a link. I'm going to drop a link. and you guys can come up here and let your voices be heard. How you feel about this? I mean, we're still talking about the same thing we were talking about last week. We've been here that long, right? This is insane. So let me get the link. Now remember, I have to go on the other side to drop it. So give me just a second. Be patient. I'm here. Okay. So you guys can still see me, which is good. Okay, hold on, guys. I'm trying to pin something and you guys are writing. Give me just... Ah! All right, give me just a second. I got to pin the link. You guys are moving too fast for me, so just hold on. I'm coming back. Okay. There you go. All right. I got the link pinned. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. So we got the link pinned, and we already got 2 guests behind the screen. Now, remember, when you come up, you have to show me your face. You guys can turn the camera off. I see yours. What is it, Delana? See, if you want to turn your camera off, you can. Chadwell, perfect. Yeah, perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring you guys up if you guys want to. Okay, good. You guys already got your cameras off. So we're gonna start with Delana. Did I say your name right?
Yes, ma'am, you did.
Okay, so tell me, just tell me what is, how you've been watching. What do you think of this mess?
I just think it's crazy. I mean, I live like 2 hours from Savannah, and any other person, they would have been arrested by now just for what they have so far of her being named the suspect of killing baby Quentin.
Yeah. Yeah. And they have enough evidence to establish that for the public. I mean, I don't know any police, chief of police that would say, you know, she is the prime person in the death of her son. We believe he's dead. And she's the suspect, the main and only suspect. Typically, when they have enough evidence for that statement, that the person's already in jail or getting picked up as they're making that statement.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just feel like it's because of Billy Joe. She's been that underwater welder and that pipe fitter. She's got the money, so basically they're just paying the law off. And
I don't know if they're paying the law off. These men and women, these beat cops out here don't look like they're paid off at all. They look like they're overworked, underpaid, and stressed the hell out.
Well, definitely not the cops, but I feel like it's probably the police chief. You know, he's on their side.
I do believe that, and I think the county commission needs to take note.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So Chadwell, thank you for coming on the panel. What are your thoughts about all this?
Well, first of all, I just want to say thank you for what you're doing. As always, we appreciate you, and you're doing a great job. So I just wanted to say that first. And then secondly, so we've all seen the interview by now that had happened between these two. So my question is, when are we going to get any type of update from the county? Because I feel like they haven't said anything since, what was it, last week?
Since they took another weekend off.
Yeah, that too, which that's still unbelievable as well. But I'm not understanding why we're not getting any type of updates. I just feel like they're just leaving everyone out in the dark, and that's not fair. I just feel like that's their job to update us, you know? I mean,
I think they're doing it because they know we're going to tear them up. Right. They know that no matter what they say, there's no excuse for this. I mean, there's, you know, maybe the slow progression of, you know, digging through the garbage and stuff. It's a very methodical task. And, you know, I understand what goes on with that kind of undertaking. I've seen it live myself in another case. Mm-hmm. It's very hard. It's very stinky. It's very hot. It's disgusting. It's next in I remember speaking to an officer one time and was talking to him about it. And he talked about the smell. I mean, the smell is almost worse than a dead body smell out there. And so they're under horrible conditions, but still they have enough to know that that it's out there. But the history, it's the history, it's the photos that I've seen from firsthand people that knew this family or watched these kids. And I don't understand how the police chief doesn't have these in his hand. Because if he doesn't, just go on the Bullhorn Betty True Crime channel, Chief, and go to my file section or the media section. I'm sure you can go through it and find all the evidence you need. So, but anyway, well, what do you think about the night crew? I mean, I'm kind of a mixed bag on the night crew. There's some good people out here. We got baby Bullhorn out here blessing the yard, trying to, she's got her sage out here. She's just trying to get the evil out from around here. And then you got that from, people going up on the yard and knocking the windows and stuff like that. When you're watching this, what are your thoughts about that?
Well, ultimately, I just want to make sure everyone is safe. I mean, I feel like that's everyone's, we don't want anyone getting hurt or injured or anything like that. And I mean, I think what you're doing, I mean, it speaks volumes. And even I saw on Olivia's channel the other night when she was out there, I mean, she did a fabulous job as well. So like I said, you're doing a stand-up job, heck of a job. I mean, we appreciate you. I just think I'm in the same boat as many others. We just want some answers. And we just, again, I just feel like we're kind of out in the cold. And if it wasn't for you and Dolly and Olivia and everyone else and Justice for All, we wouldn't have any updates because, it seems like no one's talking about it. So
yeah, I can tell you that for days, I was here out here by myself for days. Well, I shouldn't say by myself. Like, people come out here and hang out with me. Like Karen's been out here just about every single day with us. And she was out here all day yesterday. And she was here when we showed up last night to get to see what was going on. So, I mean, there are some people that are out here that are determined. They want their voices heard. She's not out here screaming, and running up on their yard. She's been here just keeping us company. And we've been talking about this case constantly. But we're not being as disruptive as some. And trust me, I'm a disruptive person. I absolutely believe wholeheartedly that, this type of protest, it is peaceful, but it doesn't mean that it's quiet.
Right. No, you just want your voice heard. And that's the biggest thing is, we want our voices heard. And I just, it's a tough situation. I hope we get some answers here soon and we can get some justice and at least peace, for poor Quentin. But I just, again, thank you again for everything you're doing, and I'll hop off and give other people the opportunity. But again, thinking of you, stay safe out there. And again, appreciate you as always.
We're staying safe. We've got law enforcement. And like I said, I like the beat cops out here. They've been very respectful to me. They got no problems with me. The only person that has a problem with me is some big cheddar up in here.
Well, I appreciate it, Betty. I hope you have a good day.
God bless.
Thanks. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Delana, did you have any final words? I'm only going to keep 3 people on me and 2 other people on the channel because, we do have technology issues out here, but we're getting better.
I just want to reiterate what she just said. We appreciate you guys because I mean I've been on your page and Dolly's page and Olivia, and y'all 3 are just, I mean, y'all are telling the truth. When I watched that press conference the other day with the police chief, that's when Chatham County got pissed because they had no new information, nothing, and I was just disgusted with it. And I mean, I hate it, but Chatham County's pissed, and I'm glad they are.
I feel bad. I honestly, when I came out here, I didn't think it was going to go this way. I have to be honest. I didn't think I was going to be calling out public officials and things. I'm like, very rarely have to do that.
Yeah.
But will if need be. And this is one of those jobs that, we need to expose that this is not just the problem. I mean, there's enough evidence here to have her in jail. And we're still watching her being able to come and go, twerk in the windows, flick people off, cuss people out. It's disgusting.
Yeah, it is. I agree.
All right, hon. Well, you take care. God bless. I can't kick you off. You have to kick yourself
you're fine. Y'all stay safe.
You too.
Bye.
Bye. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up Angela Owen. Okay. I think that I just see OW. So I'm gonna bring you. Yeah, if you want to take your, you can go. You can keep your camera on. For all these people in here, you guys can keep your camera on if you so choose. I'm just giving you the opportunity that I'm going to be pulling you guys up. So we're gonna go with Angela and Kristen. If you can show me your face, I'll go ahead and pull you up as well. I can't see your face, Kristen. I can only see a black screen.
No,
Hold on, Angela. Okay. Yeah, your
hi,
camera's
Betty.
not. Hi, hold on just one second. Behind
Okay.
the, I see you. I'm going to go ahead and bring you up as well. And we'll wait for Kristen to fix her camera. I'm going to go
Okay.
ahead. I'm going to go ahead with you, Angela. Tell me what your thoughts are.
Well, as somebody who has worked in the special education system, in the school districts, and the healthy families with kids 0 to 5, this case has really bothered me from the beginning because everybody failed this child, from the grandparents to the parents to the system to the police, the DCF, I don't know what, DFACT, I think is how you call it in Georgia. Everybody failed this child, and it still are,
Yeah.
and not only this baby, the siblings too. They are failing these kids miserably, and they still have the
Hold on.
audacity.
They can't, when you hear honking, you just stop because they're not going to be able to
I
hear you.
know, I know. But hey, I appreciate everything you're doing there. You are amazing. I see you. I'm with COVID at home, so I watch you every single day, every minute, day and night. You, Dolly, all of you guys love it. Um, but anyways, as someone who has worked in there, I see that all of this, everybody failed these kids, and they are still are, and the audacity that this chief now wants to take $250,000 out of the school district. More children suffering, more
Yeah,
children
I
to put
agree.
it in this investigation. You telling me that the whole city doesn't have $250,000 somewhere else? That you're gonna take it from the school that is already suffering as it is? The teachers are not getting well pay enough. Those kids are not eating healthy meals in school. Okay, let's stop. No, that chief needs to go. Like
Yeah.
to go. Oh my God. I can talk for hours with you about this. Hours. This I'm like getting, yeah.
Yeah, I can talk about hours and hours of this too. Like 2 weeks, every hour on the hour.
Yeah,
I
no,
can do it.
it's
And my
not
voice is
not
getting hoarse talking
and
about this nonsense.
yeah, and don't tell me because she's bipolar and drugs. Look, there are people with bipolar disorders, multi, I mean, drug using drugs all the time, and they don't kill their kids. They don't kill their kids. Um, all of the people who live in their house, they all failed this kid. They
Yeah.
all saw something that was not a 1 day incident. I'm sorry.
Now this is years. This is
Mm-mm.
years of abuse
That
that
was
came to
not a
a head.
1 day
When everything
incident.
started raining down on
Um,
Leilani's head. That's when she snapped and took one of her children out.
exactly. And I have so many questions. How do you raise two murders? How?
Because the
How?
lady, the lady was slap out of The Shining. That's why. I mean, look at her. She's only
How?
2 weeks older than me. She looks 65, and every
Oh my!
single
Oh
video
my
she was
God!
in.
I saw that yesterday, like 45. Look, I'm 53. I ran to the bathroom to make sure that. Whoa. Okay, good. That's a hard 43. I'm just saying.
Yeah, yeah. She's had a rough life, and if she's
45.
had
I
a
mean,
rough life, she
that's
put
a
those
hard
kids through a rough
45.
life.
But no, no, in all seriousness, and I want justice for Quentin. I want, uh, they all need to pay. They all need to pay
Yeah, I
because
agree.
they are all guilty. Everybody failed that child. I'm sorry.
I agree.
Everybody failed that child. Everybody.
All
Friends,
right, Angela. Well,
everybody.
I'm gonna have to let you go. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate you coming on the Bullhorn Buddy panel. I'm sure many people mimic that very sentiment. But let me go on ahead and get behind the crimes with
Love
Michelle.
talking to you.
Absolutely. God bless you.
Keep
Thank
at
you
it,
for
honey.
all the
Bless you.
love and
Amen.
support. that has been given out here. This has been short of amazing with the people out here. People just, you can hear the horns behind me. I mean, people in this community, if this is the only way they can show support for baby Q is honking their horn, they're honking their horn.
Mm-hmm.
So God bless you. I appreciate it.
Bless you, honey. Take care. Keep doing it, honey. Keep doing it.
Yeah, we're doing it. We're rocking. We're rocking out here. We're, you know, they're still caged.
Yep.
You know, they've got a lot of stuff. They have to live with themselves right now.
There
you know?
go. And that's the worst.
That's got to be rough enough.
That's
not
the
rough
worst.
enough. It's not good.
There
It's
you
not
go.
good enough. We need that, but it's pretty bad.
Yeah. Keep doing what you do best, honey. God bless you.
You got it. You got it. You take care. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Stacy gave a super chat and says, you're the best bullhorn. Keep doing what you do. So God bless you. Angela, you're going to have to kick yourself out of the chat. I am unable to do so at this time.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. So behind the lines with Michelle, how are you doing? Tell me what you're thinking of all this craziness out here.
Oh, so first of all, I want to say thank you to you guys. I've been following since y'all got there. My channel and we talk about you guys out there quite a bit. So we definitely, you know, we've sent food and stuff to you guys, and I was not going to come participate because I wasn't in agreement with the protesting at first, and, you know, some of the things that are said and done, and, you know, but I am actually coming in this weekend after things that have, you know, panned out this week.
You mean when the baby murderer is still in her home living life while people are walking the road and getting arrested?
Yes.
I mean, you can't make this stuff
and I
up.
was like, you know, if nothing else, I will at least go and be in support of my people who are trying to make a difference in this community, which is what we, you know, we all want. We want justice for Quentin.
Yeah, I can promise you, I don't want to be here. You know, I don't want to have to do this. I mean, I don't want to have to do this anywhere. You know, I like law and order. This lawlessness of being able to kill a child and sit at home until they get everything with a history of all this abuse and drugs and stuff like that. It's to me disgusting. And all they need is Danny or somebody saying they saw her using drugs in front of this child, and that should be enough to arrest her for something. And they're just sitting on their hands trying to build the murder case against her. Well, what about all the other cases in her wake?
Right. I mean, it's and then there you have, are the signs still in the windows? That's just
yeah. Cher gave me the big finger, so I'm about to take my gloves off for the lady.
That was kind of like my final straw. I was like, you know what? I'm going to see my son because my son's at Fort Stewart. So I was like, and then I can go visit on Saturday with Betty and Dolly, and, you know, and just get a real perspective.
I can tell you, it's calm out here during the day. We're not out here, you know, unless we see somebody, because we're wanting to wear on the people that are coming here to help them. Those are the people I want to know that I think they're garbage, because how do you help a baby killer? You know, how does this grandma act like she's grieving, but she's housing the baby killer in her home and making sure she has food and water and make sure she gets privacy to use the bathroom? I mean, she needs to be on a concrete floor on a mattress with crabs and no privacy. Let's be honest.
I think that for me, the interviews between YouTube and the news stations was just okay, this has gone too far. Like, if you are innocent and you can prove that you're innocent, by God, do that.
Hold on. I got we're gonna hold on. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but I got people. Can you drop down? Can you just go back in the back chat? I'll bring you back up, but I got to make a full screen.
Yeah.
Okay. There's movement. And you can just pull yourself to the back chat, or just come back in and I'll pull you back up. There we go. Tell your daughter to confess, Billy Joe. You need to too. Why did you lie to the court? All right, let me go to the back. I know there's a lot of people stacking up in the back, so just bear with me and we'll get you guys up. Let me finish up with her, and then Ruby and Christina, I'll bring you guys up. Ricky Beaver, I see you back there. You'll be brought up in the next group. Okay, so finish your thoughts. Sorry about that. Thank you.
No, you're fine. I think that, if they can prove that she's innocent, then so be it. Innocent until proven guilty. But going on and crying about being harassed doesn't prove anything. But
it didn't help their case when you didn't even say your grandson or your son's name.
Even say Quentin
about your uncomfortability.
And literally, that's what we said the other night. Like, I was so mad after watching those interviews. I was like, okay, you did not even give me a convincing argument. And if you won't say his name for everybody, I will say it for you. His name is Quentin. And there's a lot of answers that need to be given, and coming out like you ready to fight. It was, like, okay, let's just, this is not how, you're just building a better case against you is all you're doing.
Yeah. And then I hope that they utilize some of this shenanigans, against them at some later date, because, her partying out at Tybee Island and picking up on guys is not what you think of a grieving mother that doesn't know where her 20-month-old child is. And not only that, but let's talk about this. And then I'm going to have to let you go and bring some more people. The back chat's getting filled. But she tries to tell Shay with Channels 11 that she believes her son is with somebody, that somebody saved him. What do they need to save him from first? Hold on, let me finish my sentence just real quick, and I want your thoughts on it. But the other thing is that she thinks he's alive. Well, if you think your son is alive, why is the only missing person flyers the ones that Bullhorn Betty brought into town? Why isn't there any missing person flyers up and down this road? Why isn't there any missing person flyers for Quentin Simon at the restaurants and the gas stations begging for help? This family has literally done nothing except try to convince the public they didn't do this.
I agree. My face when she said that, I was looking down, and I immediately, like, when I heard, do they think they're his savior? And I'm like, well, what the hell does he need saving from? Why would you even say something like that? Like, what was the thought process there? Because that
was almost an admission.
Yeah, like, okay. And then why are we putting signs up to subscribe to someone's channel when we could be putting up something, put a poster up of your child or something to let us feel like, okay, they really are grieving.
Because what they're trying to do is, because you got these channels that always come out for the criminals, and try to drive and change narratives for the criminals, we got problems. So this is just saying that, hey, you know what? Everybody out here is telling the truth, but we don't want you to know it. So here, go to this channel so we can fill your head and your ears full of garbage.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely a whole bunch of garbage. I definitely agree. But I'm going to hop down, and I will see you guys this weekend. I'll be coming in Saturday sometime during probably mid-morning.
Okay, well, I can tell you probably won't see Bullhorn Betty until Sunday, because it's my best friend's birthday on Saturday, and if I don't go to my best friend's birthday, we're going to be sending a search party out for Bullhorn Betty, and my best friend's going to be the one that's the suspect in the disappearance.
Well, we know now where to look.
Yeah, it'll be in Florida.
All right, I'll see you guys soon.
All right, God bless. God bless.
You too.
Okay, so we're going to be bringing Ruby, Christina, and Ricky Beavers up to the floor. And Ruby, if I can, we're going to be, let me go ahead and bring you in here. And you're going to go first, and then Christina, and then Ricky Beavers will be second. And if I can ask, Merja is the last person in the participation panel. Please don't come back in here. I'm going to stop with Merja for a while. And then so the people that are in the back chat right now are the only ones that I'm going to bring up for a little minute. Okay, so Ruby, tell me your thoughts.
Girl, I'm fuming. I'm fuming. Fuming mad. And I have a comment and I have a question.
Okay.
Let me start with my comment first. to the people sitting at home or in the chat or whatever that are against the protesting, would you be saying the same thing to animal rights activists? Would you be saying the same thing to Black Lives Matter? Would you be saying the same thing to the LGBT community who are out there fighting for their rights?
Right.
You are fighting for Quentin's rights.
Yeah.
You're fighting for the rights of Chatham County. You're fighting for the rights of your fellow Americans, yourself, me, everyone in this chat, and most of all, baby Quentin, Zane, and the little baby.
Yeah.
So, you know, you think this is just not doing any good, blah, 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 blah. Do you think we would be where we are in the world now with laws that have been abolished if people hadn't protested?
Right. Right. And it's protected. It's protected. This is why it's protected under our Constitution as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I hate to tell you, but I got my Constitution. I carry it everywhere with me. And not one time, I reread the First Amendment. It didn't say that I had to abide by meager county ordinance laws either. It didn't say, it didn't put an asterisk there that says if there's a noise ordinance in a county, you're prevented from making noise.
Right. Yeah. You know, you may not be from Chatham County, but there are people there with you that are, and they voted those people in. They pay those people's salary. Now, on to Leilani so everybody else can speak. Leilani, I have a message for you. Why do you think you say that you didn't say you killed your baby and put him in the landfill, but you don't remember it? You're saying that the FBI suggested this to you. Okay, I'll buy that. You know, that I will buy that as a tactic, you know, questioning way of the FBI. But Leilani, why do you think the FBI suggested to you that you did this? You just don't remember it? Do you think that they just made that SHIT up?
Right.
Do you think that if they didn't already know you did this, that they would even say that to you?
Yeah. I've never seen a police chief come out and never say somebody's a prime suspect in a disappearance.
Exactly. Even with Brian was always a person of interest.
Yeah.
He never got promoted to suspect.
No, he surely did not, did he? He surely did not.
He was always remained a person of interest.
Officers that camped out in front of Brian Laundrie's house. They just didn't do a very good job. They had officers there. There's nobody here. Nobody.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Brett Buffington, you know, the only person.
Yeah.
That's local.
So, you know, I it's just but that brings me to a point I want to make. If they have evidence showing that she's guilty of this, for them to suggest to her, you did this, maybe you just don't remember it or whatever, like they did like they've done in so many other cases. Let's just say Jodi Arias. She tried to deny until they came forward and said, Jodi, here's the pictures. Here's the photo proof. You were there. You did this.
Right.
And that's when she was arrested. Because, y'all, I hate to be negative, Nancy, but it is a chance in a million they're going to find that baby in that landfill, because from the moment that garbage dumpster arrived at that landfill, there has been digging, burying, shuffling around.
It's going to be tough.
You know, it's like
I'm telling you, I have personally witnessed successful, but they were large people. They were full size.
Yeah, we're looking for
we're talking about a 20-month-old baby,
This
something so
tall little baby almost.
what's
It's,
left of him is going to even be smaller. So, Ruby, I appreciate it. You're going to have to kick yourself out.
I love you, Andrew. I was hoping I could work it out to come down there after the 2nd when they did my SI joint procedure, but they called me yesterday and postponed it. So
I'm
now I
sorry
got
to
to
hear
wait another week for that mess.
that. Okay.
But I
Well, we're
love
going
you,
to be
girl.
here
I
to
love
fight you.
Olivia, Dolly, Mom. Y'all keep doing what you're doing, and I'm behind you here in Arkansas.
I appreciate it. Love you, girl.
Okay,
Christina,
bye-bye.
bye-bye. Christina, you can come up and give your thoughts. Ricky, you will be up next. It's going to be me and you, babe. So just sit tight. I'm almost there. So, Christina, tell me what you think.
Oh, you know what? I am raging. I'm raging about this whole thing. And first of all, I want to thank you all, Bullhorn, Betty, Dolly, Olivia, and all the others. Even the ones that are causing mayhem and making making people rage and do all that bullshit. Sorry about my French.
That's okay.
But at the end of the day, this baby is gone. This baby Quinn, and I'm getting emotional because I have a 2-year-old myself. He turned 2 in September.
Mm-hmm.
And he really looks a lot like that baby. And it breaks my heart. I'm looking at him right now, and he's just playing on the floor right there with me, and I can't imagine. Like, I beat myself up as a mom when I raise my voice at him. I feel awful for that. I cannot imagine hurting a baby, my own baby. And the fact of the matter is, this woman, she gave birth to not 1, but 3 children that were addicted to drugs.
Mm-hmm.
And she was able to keep them. Then the grandmother goes and takes the kids, who is also an abuser, but then does not care for those kids. She allows the mother who she went to the court, took that initiative to file that. And she still left those babies. She left all 3 of those babies. So, Leilani, I'll tell you right now, you don't even deserve the name mother. You don't.
No.
You
And
don't.
I hope they charge her with a capital crime. I really do. I hope this is a baby. This is the innocent of our country. This is our next generation. She snuffed one of them out. And you know what? When you kill somebody, you should be killed. Unless there's there's no excuse for this ever.
Absolutely.
But there are some excuses where I can kind of understand whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent of me. But outside of a few cases, I think you kill somebody, you should have to pay with your life.
Yes, I agree. An eye for an eye. You know what? I believe in the Heavenly Father. Says right there in the Bible, an eye for an eye. You pay for your crimes. It says it right there.
Think how many battles that our Bible has. Don't ever think that fighting is against God's word, because there's many people in our wake for centuries that have stepped up to the plate and took the ball and fought the good fight.
Right. Exactly. And this is ridiculous. Why is she still able to be out there? And also, why in the world are not more people looking at Billy Joe as well? She is culpable. And I try to come into all of this with an open mind. I try to do all that. I even went onto that other channel to listen to the bullshit Cher was trying to spin. Did I lose? Okay. And and I tried really hard. I really did. I sat there through all of it just so I could say I did. I even listened to that interview with the other creator, which I really actually respect him for keeping his cool, because it was pretty obvious he was having a hard time too.
Mm-hmm.
And and it's just, I don't understand how anybody also can back that. How can you back that? I get that people have their own life choices. I get people make mistakes. You know what? I'm not perfect either. I have my shit too. But at the end of the day, these are babies.
Yeah.
And why are you backing and giving excuses for this piece of shit family that has a history? You already have a son in prison for murder. this baby was named after a murder, and now he is a murder victim. That
Yeah.
if that doesn't say something right there,
Sad.
I don't know what does.
Well, Christina, I just want to say thank you for
Yeah,
coming
thank
on the
you.
channel, expressing your opinion. I know that there's many mothers that are looking at their children, many grandmothers that looking at the grandbaby, and they're just scratching their heads, wondering how something like this could happen
Yeah.
anywhere in this country, let alone in Chatham County, Georgia, as we sit here and wait for the arrest of Leilani and Billy Joe.
Yes. And listen, my son also, my son and myself, we will say before we leave, justice for baby Quentin.
Thank you. Thank you, love. You're going to have to kick
Yes.
yourself out, and I'm going
Okay.
to bring up Ricky Beavers up. And
Yes.
God bless you for
God
again,
bless you all.
supporting this initiative. It's been very rough on us. I can tell you my body is exhausted. I'm exhausted. But this is where it's at. This is what I need to be doing. Again, this is my positive outlet.
Thank you for all you all do out there and everything that you put into this. I will always support this.
Absolutely. Thank you. God bless you.
God bless you. Bye.
Bye. Ricky, my man, my main man. How you doing, babe?
Betty, I'm okay. I just sit here with tears in my eyes, brokenhearted for little Quentin, which I know heaven's real, and he's down here. He's watching what's going on now up in heaven. He's looking down, and he's watching, as I sit here listening to people talk and giving their inputs. And I want to, Betty, I want you to clear your mind and just hear me out. And I want everybody to listen real close to what I got to say, because this is what I feel in my heart, and this is my opinion of how I feel.
Yeah.
One thing, God don't create junk. Everybody's here on this earth for a purpose. Everybody's here for a reason. Everybody has, God has it for you to do, but you got to find out what your gift is, what your talent is, and use it for God's glory. And we should uplift each other. And I do know that if you're on drugs, you could be out of your head and do things that you don't realize that you do.
Yeah.
I've been around people like that, and I separate myself from people like that. And I took her. My mother was 7 years with dementia, being totally blind, and she reversed from being an adult, went back to a child, and just like a kid, and it was a different, wild experience for me, and I didn't know how to really do that. I had to have faith and trust in God to help me. And I had other people help me on the side, but I was mainly doing it all. And I'm not boasting myself, not looking for brownie points. I'm just sharing from my heart how it was. And my heart's out to that baby Quentin. He knows what happened. I pray that justice will be done for him. And I do feel in my heart that they probably will not find him in that landfill. And another thing I worry about is them having enough evidence to make a charge with someone that took this child's life, because I have seen things happen when they couldn't find the body. It was hard to make things come to pass as far as making a charge with someone. But I do want it to take place. I want everybody to pray for one another, if you would. And I thank everybody for there for protesting, because we do need to stand up for people that would kill their children and stuff. There's need to be put a stop to this. It needs to be more of a, in my opinion, more of a punishment crime for that. I think we need to come back with a hanging. If you did something to kill someone or whatever, take you down when you know for sure without a shadow of doubt that they did do what they did, is hang him on the town square and let people watch, and maybe it would stop a lot of the violence going on here in America today. And
now I have to be honest with you, Ricky. We listen to some of our barbarian laws from back in the day, but to be honest with you, we didn't have the types of problems we have now with this society.
Yes, but I think we bring that back. That would make people think before they do things. And that he was an innocent child. He did not deserve to die. No child deserves to die. And
exactly.
If you do not want your child, people, there's all kinds of people out there would love to have your child. There's people out there that can't have kids, would love to have a child and raise that child and love it. And so I want to challenge you, if there's someone out there that don't want your child, give it to somebody that would love your child.
Yeah. I agree. And tell everybody about your initiative. You've got an initiative that you've had it in on your heart and in your mind for some time. Just express to the people. We got 1,700 people in the chat right now. Express to them your initiative. And then before you go, would you mind saying a prayer for all of us out here?
Yes, I'd like to, Betty, and sing "Go Rest High" for Quentin. And okay, y'all, what my goal in life that God laid on my heart to do, I like to have a kids ranch for children that does not have a mom or dad, even if they do got a mom or dad, that they would be able to come and be loved by everyone. And of course, God will work it all out. I know that's going to come to pass. I'm working on, that's the reason I'm into the music field, because I want to do that, have a kids ranch for, like I said, children that don't have mom and dad. Of course, I know I can't, it's be hard to take care of the whole world. I realize that. It takes a village of people, which a lot of people would have to join in with me to help that come to pass. And I like to have activities for these kids to do. And I like for them to learn about God, learn about planting flowers, garden and stuff, and have different activities they could do. And then, of course, have it where people come and they learn how to read and write and spell and do math. The basic things it takes to make it happen for you to survive on this earth and to learn all these great things. And I just want to little children's life, and that's my goal, Betty, that I'd love to do. And so I'm really excited about, I know it's going to happen.
His internet just gave out. Ricky, if you hear me, you just dropped. Let me see what I got back, but God bless you, Ricky, for everything you are doing. Is that true? Let me see your faces, please. All those in the back chat, let me see your faces. Okay, thank you. Kristen, I still don't see your face. All right, I'm gonna have to kick Kristen from the chat. I can't get her face on here, so I apologize. We're gonna have to kick you. The 3 that are up, I'm gonna go ahead and bring you guys up right now. Thank you for everybody. I'm bringing you guys up right now. We're gonna start in order. I will let you guys know which order you're gonna go in once I get you guys up here. So we're gonna go Lil Miss Out, Merja, and then True Crime, and then that's gonna be it for our panel for now. Huh? Hello. So go ahead, Little Miss South One.
Hey everyone.
We can hear you. Just yeah, we can hear you fine. So just what do you think about all this?
Oh man, I could be on here all day. What I think about it, it's just I'm fuming. That was her that just left a little while ago. The Billy Joe.
Sorry, I can barely hear you. What was the question?
Was that Billy Joe that left a little while ago?
No, she didn't leave. No, she was walking somebody out of the gate, so I started heckling her. Asking her, how she can do this and how she should be in fan. I don't even know what I said to her, but
yeah, no.
Mike, you guys got to see this, Mike. I'll show it once I get you the last you 3 off here. But Mike just came out and stuck a sign out on the rope, in front of Baby Q's memorial. Share. So there you go, share. Not Quentin, but share. Not Quentin, but share. And it's really sad because again, they finally see the error of their ways. Nobody believes they're garbage. Even the haters, they're getting zero, like literally out of there. Nobody is supporting the hate for what we are doing out here. We have so much. Yeah. We don't say Quentin's name out here. Yeah. Why aren't you advocating for your grandson? You just said in an article. You just said in an article that you guys thought he was alive. Where's the missing person flyers? Where's the missing person flyers? Great grandmother. What did she say? I don't know. Something about
that was her, huh?
Yeah, that was Billy Joe out front. Oh, she wanted to take pictures of me. She can take pictures of me because I really don't care about her. You can. I got her caged. Listen, Billy Joe, you're caged. You're caged by Bullhorn Betty. lady.
And you know they're
Enjoy.
watching. You know they're watching. You know they
Enjoy.
are.
Courtesy of the Bullhorn Betty channel, Dolly Vision, and Chronicles of Olivia, lady. We're exposing you little by slow, and we will continue to do so. And there ain't a damn thing you can do but sit there and beg for Cher to help you. Please help us. Cher ain't helping you, lady. You ain't even helping yourself. You're not even looking for your grandson. You're a piece of shit. Can't hear that on mainstream media. All right, go ahead. And then I've got to move on. Sorry.
Nothing. I just wanted to go back a little bit to something. I'm still catching up. I've had to close the laptop and trying to wiggle around for working out everything about making it up there. But the camper that they sold, I don't know if I haven't caught up. I'm pretty caught up, not just one day behind. But the camper that they sold, that was confirmed they sold it, right?
That is correct. That's what I now, granted, I'm going by rumors. I have not seen a bill of sale or receipt or a transfer of title or anything like that. So to be honest with you, at this point, it is just what somebody has said. That's what we're rolling with, but we don't know whether that's true or not because we didn't see the actual exchange and sale take place.
Yeah, my concern with that was, and I commented it before, maybe someone else has said it since, but I'm sure, I mean, I hope LE has their eyes on that camper. You know, it's a big what if, and allegedly, and we we don't know for sure, but if it was sold, that could be evidence. So I hope
it could be evidence. It could have left with evidence unbeknownst to the new owner. There's a number of things.
Yeah, and then that's just going to distort it. That's going to not be tangible in court if the something happens. I mean, to put her behind bars, this girl and that mom, you were saying she's 45 years old. Holy goodness. Yeah, alcohol and drug use. For sure.
Well, thank you, Little Miss South. You're going to have to kick yourself out. We're going to go to Merja, and then the last person I'm bringing forward would be True Crime Karens.
Y'all have a good one.
You too. God bless you.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
Hi, Betty. How are you?
Good.
Okay, I promise I'm going to be real quick. I just wanted to start with saying that I'm really grateful and thanking you, Dolly Vision, Chronicle of Olivia, and everyone else who's out there doing the good work. Anyway, that I've been thinking about is this video of the disposal in the dumpster. Did that come from the LE? Did they say that they have it, or where did it come from?
No, my understanding is everybody kind of knows everybody out here, and so this trailer park is just a mile and a half, like down this way and around the corner, and we were there. So it appeared that when people started asking, for people to look at their surveillance videos and things of that nature, when this first broke out, it was my understanding that the trailer park, somebody had notified the trailer park. I don't know if it was law enforcement or if it was a member of the community or just somebody that might have seen her or saw a truck out there sitting, waiting for the garbage to be picked up or something. But it was my understanding from the information I got that the trailer park owner went to the cameras and looked, and that's when they saw Leilani place something in one of the very specific dumpster and then sit there and wait until the trash was collected. That is my understanding. Okay. Unfortunately, here's the problem. I don't have that video. I have not viewed that video. That information is coming from people from this community that it exists, and that's from people that had contact with people over in that trailer park.
Okay, but Ellie has to have it anyway. But I'm thinking about this fake interview that she did, and she said something about, like, if I had something to do with it, I'm going to go to the police station myself or something like that. So I'm thinking, is she trying to buy herself some time to see what kind of evidence they will find or not find? And like she's trying to play like a little game with the law enforcement, FBI and everything. Because now she's like playing this part, like, oh, I don't know what happened. I don't know. Like she's blaming everyone else. And then she's like, oh, I don't know. So is she trying to play a little game and see where this is going?
She tried to put it on Bubba. I mean, this is a man that hasn't even seen his child. And she tried to tell law enforcement that he took her or took him, that Bubba took him, that he was with Bubba. And that was a lie. As soon as I heard that she lied about that, which is very typical of people. But once I heard that and heard that was a lie and heard that confirmed by law enforcement with my own ears, that's when I made the decision it was time to come out here. This woman murdered. I thought, Billy Joe was a grandmother that was struggling, trying to save her children. And then I come out here and find out this plethora of information. And then my eyes turned from just Leilani to now Billy Joe. I think both of them need to be in jail. And there is no excuse. This was preventable. This was a 20-month-old child, and they're posting signs of Cher out in front of their house instead of signs of Quentin, justice for Quentin. Doesn't Billy Joe, if she's so concerned about her grandson, don't you think she would want justice for Quentin? Why is she trying to promote a YouTube channel instead of promoting justice for her grandson?
I mean, this case, it's just crazy, and it's just like all over the place. And her switching as well from the beginning. Oh, I don't understand why she's lying, why she's trying to say that Baba has, she lies all the time. And then she's out partying with her and doing all this crazy stuff and standing by her side. It's just so much that you can't even get your head around it anymore.
Because this is
that's all I wanted to say, really.
This is not a family that is showing sympathy for a member of their family slaughtered by another family member and thrown away and cast away like garbage. But let's stand behind them. Let's make sure their life's comfortable. Let's complain about how uncomfortable it is for their life instead of how uncomfortable it was for baby Quentin.
Yeah, I mean that's just the crazy part. I can't even understand this anymore. It's just too much.
Yep.
Anyway, I think you can move on to the next one. And anyway, thank you for everything that you do.
Absolutely, thank you, Merja. Take care. God bless you.
You too. Thank you. Bye.
Before we go to the next person in the panel, you're gonna have to kick yourself off. Okay, perfect. Before we go to you, let me read this. So, Kathy. Big Pen says, why didn't you come out and spew words and show your ass when Court TV was out there, Billy Joe? Exactly. And just to let you know, Vinny, you had a little bit of information wrong there, buddy, on Court TV. This memorial that they stole from Quentin that was down here in the public easement, that was not them. They didn't start this. They didn't create this. They barely contributed to it. This was done by the people of this community. This also was supported by Dolly Vision as well as Bullhorn Betty. So this is not something that this despicable family behind us did. This is something that the beautiful people of this community did. So Vinny Politan, I just wanted to let you know, babe, you got it wrong just a little bit, but everything else. And I just want a big shout out to Dolly Vision. I was in the YouTube page. I didn't realize this was running live on Court TV last night, or I would have watched Court TV. But I did get to see Dolly's interview. I wasn't there for it, obviously. We were out here recording when Dolly was giving that interview. But he did a damn good job. He did a damn good job on that interview. And I just want a big shout out to Dolly Vision. Kudos to you for your dedication to these children, your dedication to being the voice of the voiceless, and then going on and really hitting home some of the concerns that we in the community here in Chatham County have. So anyways, let me get this off. And then I'll be able to see your name, True Crime Karens. Let me know what you're thinking about all this.
Hey. Well, first of all, I was reading some comments that said "no body, no crime." That is not true. Do you remember the little boy in County, Tennessee, named Joe Clyde Daniels? 5-year-old autistic little boy went missing in the middle of the night. His dad confessed 3 different times, 3 different ways, recanted confession. He's now serving 45 years to life in prison for killing his son. Mom is serving 18 years for child abuse, child neglect, refusing, not notifying the police of a death of unnatural causes in a timely fashion. So they can sit over there and think no body, no crime all they want to, but that's not how it works.
No, Georgia, no, they got this. I mean, the laws support the body in absentia. That means no body involved in these the suit. So the dotting the I's, the crossing the T's, I think they're preparing two different cases. One if they find Quentin and one if they don't. But again, that is after October 5th, and everything I'm fighting for right now is pre-October 5th as to why I think that she and her mother, as a matter of fact, I mean, lying to a court, there's perjury there. So why aren't these crimes being levied? Why aren't they getting handcuffs on him? I mean, we even know that Kayla Montgomery, she got rearrested for perjury crimes.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we not arresting Billy Joe for perjury crimes? Why are we not arresting Billy Joe for assaulting the neighbor? Why are we arresting the other neighbor for assaulting? Actually, she battered. Let's talk about it. It's battery. What this guy did was assault. So there's a lot of stuff here that there's a criminal element, in a few of these places. And it's like primarily two people. Everybody else on the street seems normal. It's just these two houses abut property lines, and that seems to be the root of the problems here.
That's like where all the craziness lives. I do have a question. I know you said that you were going to post a picture, or you would get a picture of the sign of where they put Cher in the yard. Do you have a picture of the sign of Cher's the windows as well? I would love to see that.
You know what? As soon as I get off here and can get my camera back on full screen, I'll walk the public easement and give you guys a look.
Okay. And because of course I would give you full credit, but I would like to post those as well.
Okay.
If you
you'll have to flip the stills from this, but I can get some better copies, but they won't be up for a significant amount of time.
Okay, that's fine, but just it's disgusting. I read a tweet earlier that said that Leilani is actually on probation, excuse me, in Tennessee and North Carolina. She's a police contact.
No, it's North Carolina and Georgia. It's North Carolina and Georgia.
I live in Tennessee. I'm sorry. I meant Georgia and North Carolina. I apologize for that. But my question is, she's out drinking. She's acting a fool. She's had police contact. Why hasn't that alone got her a set of handcuffs?
Right. I agree.
Why is she not in handcuffs? I don't get it. Megan Boswell, they found the least little thing and got her in handcuffs until they could prove.
This police chief doesn't know his ass from his elbow. I'm going to continue to say it. This lawlessness that's going on in his town is a disgrace. I'm sorry. I hate coming down. When I see mistakes, I'm going to say it, because if I turn my head, then my audience stops believing me, right? So we have to call stuff out when we see it. That's the only way I know how to roll. And right now, this police chief is doing a disservice to his community. He's making his bosses, i.e. the commissioners, look like crap. And, the people of this community, every person I talk to, I say, get this police chief out of office. Get him. And I thought, because in my community, if you have a police chief, you're in a city limit and you're appointed by a mayor. Here is a little different. Your ride just left, Leilani. Your ride just left. Even the trash men are honking at the horn. That's a damn shame. That's a damn shame. They don't even want to pick up your garbage. They're scared that you're going to have another body in it.
That's not funny, but just the way you said it, your ride just left. I'm sorry.
It's the truth. It's the ever-loving truth. This is shit on the face of this community, and the whole world's watching. It's an embarrassment.
It really is. I don't know what's going on in Georgia down there lately. Georgia's turning into Colorado. I mean, I don't know what's going on in the water in Georgia, but they need to drain it, do something to it. But anyway, I do want to getting us the pictures. I really do. I appreciate it. My friend texts me. She's like, they're saying there are pictures of Cher's name in their window, and I'm like, are you crazy? She said, no. She said, on Bullhorn Betty, they're talking about it. So I came over to check it out. I'm like, oh my God, it's yeah. And
once again, Cher's got it all wrong. We went through this nonsense. She's just gonna have to learn. I don't know what to say to them. But I'm really getting sick and tired of seeing her helping the criminals and not supporting the victims. And, that is just the name of the game. She's back, kicking it with BK, and, the whole, let's drive the narrative for these baby killers and try to help them and try to throw doubt into people's minds and all this nonsense. It's just sick.
It's crazy. I mean, what is she back now? 0 for 3? I mean, if I were going to go to a YouTube creator for help, she's on the bottom of the list that I would go. I mean, no, just stop it already. But anyway, I'll get off. I know you're tired.
Well, you know what I say? The people that I hate, I shouldn't say hate. People I can't stand the most, you know what I do? I do an awful lot of praying for them. And I'll be praying for Cher.
Yeah, I'll definitely be praying for her. She needs it. And I swear to God, when I read that she was now calling herself a life coach, I'm glad I was alone, because a lot of bad words flew out of my mouth and I had to say a lot of prayers.
I'm glad you didn't tell me that after I took a swig of coffee, because it might have been coming out my nose on TV.
I swear, I was just about, I about lost it. Thank God I'm home. I was home alone when that happened, because my children are grown, but I still try to watch my mouth around them. But yeah, she calls herself a life coach.
Well, it's kind of crazy, because the older I get, the more I just don't care. Even on YouTube, I try to keep a PG-13 station, but every now and again, I'll start throwing some F-bombs around and some POSs around and some,
Yeah, my husband will tell you if he ever hears the F-bomb, he knows that he needs to leave for a little while and give me some space.
Sorry, guys. You okay? Bye-bye. Yep. Oh. All right, Mama. I got wind gust.
All righty. Well, I'm gonna drop down, girl. Thank you so much.
All right. Love you. Take care, and thanks for the love and support.
Thank you. I love you too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I need more weight. It's starting to get windy out here. When we start getting windy, you start going that way. Woo! Right? Okay. Woo. I love these umbrellas until they stop working for me, until they start becoming a air device that knocks my cameras over. Then I got a problem with it. So I'm just going to, can you sit here and just hold this for a second? I'm going to go over and try to help and make sure that Dolly's got his, I'm working off his hotspot, and I'd feel really bad if he's got horrible connection because he's not hooked up to his hotspot. So I'm going to see if he wants me to get him hooked up. This seems like it's been working well. It's supposed to be able to support up to 10 things. So just sit with me just for a little bit. I'm going to go over there and see if he's running fine and he's hooked up, then I'm just going to be back right here. But if not, it's going to take me just a minute or two to get him set up. Okay. All right. Well, he's doing good so far. He's going to be, he said his stuff's been working just fine. So he's going to stay there. I'm just going to go pop back here in the back chat and just see there. Oh, I guess I can't. Comments posted. Let me see what they say. Oh, I can post comments. Look at that. I didn't think I could put, the phone stuff is a little bit different. I got to say, the back of my legs, right behind my, my knees. Whoo, those things are sunburned because the sun's always behind me. So I was going to actually drop this down and sit down because I'm trying to keep my legs out of the sun. But at this point, we are only going to be running for another hour. So here's the situation that we're going to do. We're going to be out here for maybe another hour, and then we're going to pipe everything down. We're going to load everything up and chill for the afternoon because it's getting really hot out here. And then we're going to be back here. One of the things we haven't done is set up at night. We haven't set up at night. In this community, just to give you guys a lay of the land of what's really happening out here at night, because I'm not here. We just started coming out, and we only come out for 5, 10, 15 minutes when we come out here at night, because it's a little different. Not only that, but we're exhausted during the day. We work here all day, then we go back, we just freshen up a little bit, and then it's like we're getting calls that officers are back out here. I have to say I haven't heard of any other incident like that one night with the sergeant that came up here and was a little rough. So far since that incident, that shenanigans has stopped out here. So we're very thankful for that. It seems like they got some of the best beat cops out here to deal with some rowdy people, because they have been ultra patient. I talked to several people. There's a few people that just don't like them, but the other people were saying, they've been really, really courteous out here to everybody. They've really been going out of their way to de-escalate things. And I just want to give those men and women of blue props where props is due, because they are going out of their way to really, allow these people to have their voice, allow them to exercise their First Amendment rights, and to seek justice the way they feel, as well as trying to maintain, some kind of peace on the street at night. So there's no better way than tonight us coming out here and just kind of documenting what we see, setting up, letting people find out what's going on. I'm curious myself, but what I saw here last night is there were, these officers were being yelled at, and in all fairness to the people that were yelling at them, we just came out in the middle of all this. So we didn't really know what we were doing. So we were just catching everybody's thoughts and stuff on their interaction with law enforcement. Some didn't like their interaction with law enforcement, but the majority of the people out here were saying that the officers were actually being very courteous. They were being very patient. They were being yelled at and stuff like that. So again, that's not my perspective. I don't know, because I'm not here. I'm only deriving the information from the people that are out here that were here. And so I just want to make sure that everybody is fairly represented. Some people are saying that these officers are taunting them. Some people are saying they're being respectful. But it did seem, in all fairness, that the majority of the people out here were saying that the officers were being ultra, ultra respectful and really, going out of their way to be super nice to these people. So we're very thankful for that. So that investigation, whatever internal investigation that the chief of police opened up out here, I appreciate that. So that's a kudos to the chief of police for actually doing something to help, because it really has, put the department on notice. They are absolutely being respectful. But before that, again, it was there was officers out here that were really de-escalating the situation and handling it fine, and then this cop just comes out of the woodworks, nobody knows, and just runs up here really aggressively in his vehicle, parks his vehicle, aggressively gets out of his vehicle, and just starts charging at people. And like I said, that's dangerous when you're wearing a uniform. Very, very dangerous. That can cause a lot of. He lost his cool. I'm sure he probably realizes he lost his cool. I don't think that he's a horrible cop. I don't know him. Maybe he is, but I can't believe that he would be a sergeant and be that horrible. It sounds like he's got, a good record under his belt to have been promoted to sergeant. But again, that's just, I don't know. I don't know. Just playing devil's advocate here, giving you guys both sides of the argument. Babysitter is ruining her testimony for trial. Defense attorney will love her. I disagree with that. I think the babysitter is absolutely helping in this case. God bless her. She was the first voice for this little boy before we ever got here. I myself looked in the babysitter's background, and then I her background, as Miss Scheer has pointed out, was spotty. But it doesn't mean that she's a bad person. I mean, everybody here has a background, even including yours truly, right? But there's a difference. You either start getting better and change your life and become a good person, or you don't, and play like you are. This was the charade and the facade that Billy Joe wanted to paint, probably because she's never had anything in her life. She's an ex-prostitute. She had an ex-addict, all these things that happen. And, here she is able to finally be able to afford her house and stuff like that. But, the bad thing about drug and money is, your drug addiction can be sitting idly by. But when you start getting money and you start having stresses, next thing you know, all the old people start coming around. But it didn't matter, because at the end of the day, we already heard that Billy Joe was not a sober woman. She's again a facade. She was still going to the bars and partying with her friends. and things of that nature. And I've heard that she was doing rails off toilets and bathrooms and stuff. Now, do I have evidence? Did I see photos of it? I didn't. But again, it came from a few people. So do I know that to be true? Could somebody be lying? Absolutely, they could be lying. But from everything that we've seen here, I'm starting to believe that that's more truthful than not, because we were hearing somebody screaming from the backyard that the cocaine makes the pain go away, and we thought that was actually Billy Joe, and to come to find out it was her crazy friend, one of many crazy friends that she hangs around. And this is the thing, like, I don't hang out with her type of people. I used to hang out with her type of people, but I don't hang out with her type of people. Why? Because I changed my life. When you change your life, it's people, places, and things, right? But whenever you just try to remove the drugs, but you keep the same people, places, and things, guess what? It doesn't work out. It doesn't work out good. And you see the result of it. We're standing in front of a house where two people that deserve to be in jail are being able to sleep in their bed. And the one person that deserves to sleep in their bed is actually lying in the landfill, no better than the garbage that's thrown out of this home. So it's just sad. It's just sad. And Billy Joe, I don't understand. You act like you care about these kids, but how can you help your daughter when she took the life of your grandson? Like, literally, bag of bones, maggot-filled juices in that bag that she tied him in, right? He's in a landfill with literally a ton of trash on his head. And you're okay with that being his final resting place, is a garbage dump? And you want to help the person that put him there and then try to convince the world that you gave a damn about him? It's falling short on my ears. I've got to be honest with you. It's falling short. But guys, this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to give you guys a few minutes. Hi, I see a lot of people in here. I see you. Nice to see you. Miss Fletcher, Sassy but Classy, B. Betty fan. I'm sure Mama Bullhorn's in here. Ruby, Dolly UK, it's nice to see you. We've got a lot of people. Red, nice to see you as well. And what do you say? Oh, someone who makes fun of people with mental health issues is calling someone else's name. Gotcha, general awareness. Clean yourself up before knocking someone. Oh, I didn't mean to. I don't. It's so small. I can only put it on the screen before I can read it. I apologize. Yeah. Well, general awareness is. I don't know if he's trying to play me or not, but he seems like he's been in support of this initiative. And you know what? And I've always said, even in my political aspirations and the political work I do, if I'm wanting, oh, by the way, folks, I just want to let you know, I got notification from my best friend that the red light cameras in Manatee County have been fully removed. You are not going to be getting tickets. Well, you haven't gotten tickets for months. That was an initiative that I brought forward to the floor and had overwhelming support by my Board of County Commissioners back June 24th in 2021. And we're sitting here in October 2022, and that initiative has finally been put through. And just to let you know that I do work for the people of my county as well. I use this voice for more than just victims of crimes. I use it to help inspire the people of my own community, and I help legislate the things that go on in my own community, and I keep a handle on it. Why? You think I'd like to have a vacation? Of course I would. But this is what I do. I'm a very active person. I want to understand. I want to see how I can help, and any way I can help, I will. But I work with other people too to push initiatives through. I'll work with anybody. I like even general awareness. If he wanted to come out here and stand side by side with me to fight for this baby, but the next case he hates my guts and I'm the worst piece of shit in the world, I'm fine, because this case, when I'm on it, is the only one that matters. And I don't care who wants to come out and help me. I'll hate you tomorrow. But if this is something we can work on today together, let's work on it. Let's work on it. So, that's just how I feel about it. And if he's with this cause, then you know what? He's with this cause, and we should be thankful for that. All the support we can get, even the people that I argue with. There's many people that don't like Bullhorn Betty that are absolutely 100% supporting this initiative. People that absolutely hated me are helping finance this so we can all be here. So, you work when things are working and firing on all cylinders. You work together. You get the job done. You complete the mission. You forge ahead. And that's how I feel about it. So if General Awareness is here to help fight for justice for baby Q, well, God bless him. Let him help. And then tomorrow, when he's on the wrong side of another case, we'll be attacking him and telling him what a piece of garbage he is, like you guys do to me. Right? That's just how it works on the streets of YouTube. So we all have to go through it. But I guarantee you, even if General Awareness and I don't ever talk to each other again, if he called me up and said he had a missing person, I'd be there. Right? If his family went missing or he went missing, I'd be there. Bullhorn Betty would be there for you, man. I don't know about BK. I don't know about Cher, but Bullhorn Betty would be there. Well, that's what I was going to do with Ricky. Ricky was just on the screen, and he, I have a utmost respect for him. I love his initiative with the ranch. I'm going to help support any way I can support, fundraising wise, anything for this initiative. I think more people should be looking at their land and seeing how can we help, how can we make a difference. If you've got a lot of land, there's a lot of babies out here that don't have homes, that are being shoveled in foster care systems, that could learn how to grow fruits and vegetables and learn how to care for farm animals and learn how to raise livestock and things of that nature. Those are skills that they can use the rest of their life. And the best part about living on a ranch is you never go hungry, right? Out of all the things in the whole entire world you can go without, food is not going to be one of them. So those are life lessons that these children can be instilled in these children and help them become productive members of society and help them break the cycle of whatever's going on in their life, one person at a time. And I hope people start taking this and formulating their own stuff, because these kids need positive places to go. And, many people, they don't like the single foster care system. Or, we have like Mama Bear of 10 that takes disadvantaged children, people, the children with ADHD and other disabilities that prevent them from connecting with people. And she brings them in her home and loves them and tries to help them come out of their shell. There are a lot of amazing people in the foster care system. And I really wish Ricky Beavers the best of luck. And we're going to support him every chance we get for this initiative. The best way you can help him get this ranch is buying his CDs, his shirts, things of that nature. He's not asking for you to hand him money. He's asking you to buy things, get something in return while supporting a great cause and a great initiative. And I can get behind that all day long. Yeah, that's another thing. You guys are disrespectful to me in my house. You will be booted. You guys can, I open this up so you guys can vent about situations and stuff like that. You can mean what you say. You can say what you mean, but you don't have to say it mean. You respect the people of this channel. You respect my mods. You respect one another, and you respect other creators that come in this house. If I have a problem with a creator, it comes out of my mouth, not yours. Why? Because this is my house, not yours. So please be respectful. Wipe your feet when you come in, and make sure you clean up all your dirty laundry before you leave, right? That's how we roll. And that is true. The immediate way that you can best help with the boots on the ground's efforts is through Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal. We appreciate all the Cash Apps, the super stickers, or excuse me, the Cash App, the super chats and super stickers on here. And that does go for future projects as well, because that shows up on next month's paycheck, right? So everything that you guys have been doing is short of amazing. We've been able to come out here and cover this case in the absence of national media and things of that nature. But this is a sad case, and we're just going to continue to do our part. So for a little bit, I'm just going to give you guys a few minutes just to watch the house. I'm going to take a break, rest the pipes. If you notice, I'm getting a little rough. Like I've been talking for 2 weeks straight, hours and hours on end, and things of that nature about this case. We're talking to people when these cameras are off. We're digging and trying to find information. So I'm just going to give you guys a minute just to give me a break. Okay, so I'll be back with you guys in just a second. Let me just go through here and make sure I'm not missing anything. And I believe that interview with Dolly might actually be coming. I see Mama Bullhorn. Hi, Mama. I'm here. I'm alive. I'm still alive. Now, I got to tell you that my mother gets nervous every time I come out to these cases because we deal with crazy people. You know, when we're out in the swamps, searching for people, you know, and we're live, my mom is calling me like, don't step there. It could be a rattlesnake. There could be a gator. And I'm like, Mom, if you can't handle it, please quit watching. But she's always going to watch because I'm her baby, right? And but God bless Mama Bullhorn because she's sitting on, and you guys need to be blessing Mama Bullhorn too because she sits on the other edge of her seat. I'm her daughter. You know, she's Mama Bear to me, right? I'm her cub, and she's got to watch me come out and put myself in dangerous situations, and just think of the helplessness that my mom feels each and every day that I'm out here. Each and every day she sees me come face to face with murderers and things of that nature. You know, that I'm putting myself in harm's way, and my family has to watch this. You got to remember that. This isn't free, you know, life. And I'm not talking about monetary free. Like, this isn't free. Like, my family is paying a heavy cost for me to be out here advocating for children and other victims of crimes. And it's sad. It's sad. So, you know, God bless you, Bullhorn, for, you know, sticking it out. She's always watching. I'm sure she's on the edge of her seat every time she sees me come live, just waiting for the crazy to come out. But in all fairness, she also knows that I'm, you know, from her, I got grit, and I can handle just about everything possible that has been thrown at me so far. You know, I haven't been taken out yet, right? Through the lifestyle I had, I should not be here to this day. And this is my repentance. This is me giving back to my community for my trespasses, my personal trespasses. And this is how I survive each and every day. This is how I do better each and every day, is by fighting for these victims and giving back to communities. And not only that, but like coming into this community, we had to educate people on the law. You know, people are listening to their law enforcement saying you only have 13 inches on the side that is a public easement. And it's me letting them know that's not true. If I've got to pull the records here, which they know I can, it's public record and they can't deny me that. But if I want to pull public records here and start showing people where the property lines, I will. But I didn't have to do that because the next time they came out, they were honest with the people out here that this is a public easement, that's a public easement. And that's not part of their property, and that's not considered trespassing. We all knew that. But the law enforcement that came out here at first were not being necessarily the most honest with them. But these are great people here. And again, the tow truck community, like I said, I hope you guys don't break down, because you better call somebody from another county, because the tow truck community from this county ain't coming to get you. What's going on, Hollywood?
What do they want with you?
Yeah, she's probably in the road.
Street. Oh, okay.
They were courteous.
Oh, okay.
Just keep making sure everybody's safe. Making sure everybody's safe. Oh, let me move this way.
Hello, people.
Hello, people.
How you doing? How you been?
What do you think of the new shades? Look at that. Hey, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. He looks like it's very straight from all. No, I'm just. So what have your people been saying in your chat?
Leilani needs to go to jail.
Leilani needs to go to jail.
Yeah,
I think that's the sentiments of everybody. Leilani has got to go. And so does Billy Joe right behind her. Oh, here. They're coming for you, girls. They're coming for you. And like I said to the police chief, you don't even have to come prepared. I came prepared for you. I only got one pair. You're gonna need two, right? You're gonna need two. We gotta have Leilani. These are hers. These cuffs here for Leilani. We gotta get another pair for Billy Joe. Because without Billy Joe, none of this would have been possible, right? Let's be honest.
We see your handcuffs.
Uh-oh. You know what? Can I tell the joke? Am I allowed to tell the joke? I'll wait until he's done with his. I'm gonna make him come over here and tell you guys the joke. He's got a proposal to make. I don't know if he made it on his channel yet or not, but he's got a proposal to make. It's funny. I always say I need a break, but then I start reading the chat and I never get a break. Have you guys noticed that? All day long, I'm saying I'm going to take a break. I'm going to get away off of this camera. I'm going to quit talking for a few minutes. And then I read some of your comments, and it just, Amy C says the only justice for Quentin is to do good in his name. Quentin is Jesus. Remember that. Amen. 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 We love that, and that is true. innocent. Like, what can everybody has, children, grandchildren, or knows somebody that does, nieces and nephews. Like, I have a nephew and grandchildren and things of that nature. And just to hear this, it's heartbreaking. What can a child that young do? We're talking about children that are just, learning the beauty of the world, right? When they're babies and they're being in their mom's arms, they don't know anything. They're barely seeing lights. And, by one, they're starting to get curious and starting to, wonder what like balls are and squares are and circles and numbers, and the bright colors and, just those things. And then, he's not even 2 years old. And I'm just thinking, what could he have done so bad? If he was crying, it's probably because he was hurting from all the abuse. If he didn't want to be around you, it's probably because you were hurting him and he didn't like it. And he couldn't tell you because you kept hurting him over and over and over until you killed him. And now he's full of maggots and a bag of bones and juices with a ton of garbage on his head. What did he do to deserve that? I just make me understand. Make me understand how a 20-month-old can do that. How can he make you do that to him? He didn't. He didn't, Leilani. You're just an evil, evil bitch. Evil. Evil is as evil does. Billy Joe, no remorse, no sympathy, nothing. You're more mad at the people that are exposing you than you are at your daughter murdering your grandson. It's sad. It's sick. And everybody gets to see it. And we're going to keep rolling with it. And there is nothing little Miss Cher is going to do to help you, baby. Keep wishing, keep hoping, keep believing. But you going down. You're going down, both of you. Both of you. Done. We're just waiting. We're just waiting for those handcuffs. And like I said, I got my own right out here if they need a pair. They're not issued. They're not, police issued. But I guarantee you they'll do the job. We'll see some stuff. I'm trying to get to it. At least it's not hiccuping. I mean, how's the reception been so far? I mean, we're 2 hours in, and I really haven't had a whole lot of hiccups that I could see on my end. There we go. Jennifer L., thank you, beautiful lady, for the wonderful support and supporting this channel, supporting what we're doing. I got to say, this is one of the cases where we got literally overwhelming support for doing. And many of you guys know that I don't get this kind of support from a lot of initiatives. I got a lot of support for Gabby Petito because we all knew that Brian Laundrie's family knew. We got overwhelming. I think it was the Summer Wells case. Everybody that had protected Don and Candace really helped them with the damage control. We got Court TV coming in. Court TV is now officially here on scene. This is what happens when you kill children and stuff like that. You start getting some more national news. You start becoming newsworthy, and I'm helping you do that. I'm helping create the reason why Court TV is even in this town right now. You're welcome. But hey, what we do out here does no good. Okay. Okay, yeah, I got that, Wanda. Thank you. I will let him know. I'll let him know. I'll let him know. I'll let him know in just let me get to this next thing. And yes, thank you. I'll let him know. I'll go over there myself and tell his chat. Oh, there it is. So Kim Hook, thank you, by the way, for your love and support. Love the work you guys do. Thank you for loving the children enough to get justice for him. Tell Betty she reminds me of Beth Chapman. She's amazing. You guys know, many of you guys don't know, 1,400 people in the chat. Don't forget to like this video. And many of you guys don't know, I am friends with Justin Behag. I met him through the work we were doing on Kylan Schulte and Crystal Turner. The ones that were on that watched Court TV on YouTube last night, which was not the one that Dolly was on, Jason Jensen was on there. Many of you guys recognize Jason Jensen because we worked with him. Well, I shouldn't say worked with him. We gave him some information about the case with Kylan Schulte and Crystal Turner. One of those was the Adam Pinkowitz that we went to the Grand County Sheriff's Office with when we were doing our investigation down there, and we told Lieutenant Kim Neal of this McDonald's employee that walked off and left his paycheck at the McDonald's but was homeless. And we found that wholly odd, and especially since he himself had attacked verbally Crystal at the McDonald's. We brought that to Lieutenant Kim Neal's attention as we were being laughed out of his office. And that was the case. Justin Behag was supposed to come down, but there were some things going on with his grandmother and things of that nature. But Beth Chapman, he has said the exact same thing, that I remind him of his auntie. And one day I actually called him, and he was wearing his memorial shirt for Beth. And he says, it's crazy because I'm with my auntie, and my second auntie calls me. Now, mind you, I don't know if he's older than me or younger than me, but, he acknowledged that himself too. So it's kind of funny. I never thought of it, but when I was growing up, I loved Dog the Bounty Hunter. He's he's done some things that really kind of upset me. I have to be honest with you. One of those things was when we were at Kathleen Moore and Colin Knapp's house, and we were out back, and we kept telling, we went out there, and law enforcement said the area had been thoroughly searched, is what we said. And I said, fine, then you don't mind. I mean, then it's not a crime scene. You don't mind if we go back there and search ourselves. And we went back there, and we pointed right over at Colin's house. There was a big swamp there. We couldn't get over there. And we said, that is where she's at. And we went on Twitter, and we started blowing up Twitter and saying, guys, this is where she's at. We know where she's at. We couldn't see her, but we just had that gut feeling. Come to find out, she was right there. And if I had my wading suit on, I would have waded through those water moccasins. I would have waded through all that just to go out there, because we could have put that case to bed on Saturday as opposed to Tuesday. And it was a neighbor that we had most likely talked to that took their dog back there and actually found her wrapped up in a mattress, a mattress cover 2 doors down from Colin Knapp's house. So she was found. And then Dog said it was his team that went in there. And I'm thinking, we've been out in these woods searching for this woman for days, and nobody was out there but me and JLR. So I found that wholly odd, and it was really, and so we reached out to Pasco County, and they said, no, it was not Dog's team out there. So, I loved Dog when I was growing up, and he's a little older now. And I think he's still trying to have what he had back then, but I really do believe that Beth Chapman was the person behind all the magic. And she will truly be missed. And God bless her, and God bless the family and friends that lost such a beautiful soul. And that's another woman that is a God-fearing woman, that's a loud woman. Just because you're godly doesn't mean you're sweet. All right? It takes a lot. And I'm a sweet person. When it comes to baby killers and stuff like that, I'm probably your worst nightmare. But, for my friends and family, they love me because I have a great heart. I'm a great person. But when I have to come out here, I don't have time to play with people. You don't get the sweet Betty. You just don't get it. You'll never get it. The only people that get the sweet Betty is the ones that are right here with me. You know what I'm saying? The ones that are right here. You guys are all right here with me. Many of you guys are amazing people, but you guys don't like baby killers. And it has a way of unnerving people, right? It has a way of pissing people off. They ain't going to hear that word on mainstream media, right? All right, so now I think I got through most of the super chats and super stickers. You guys can, breaking Daily Mail just released the phone call of Bubba's dad recorded Billy Joe telling him Quentin drown in the bathtub because Leilani and Danny were high. So that might be what happened. Possibly, right? It's hard to tell because everybody over here is lying scoundrels. But you know, Bubba, I feel horrible and bad because he also just lost his son and his mother. His mother, literally.
Here you go. Here's your handcuffs back. You know they identified the kid in the Las Vegas suitcase.
Finally?
Yeah.
Who was it?
His name is Carlio Jordan, young boy. They found him in the suitcase. Remember?
Yeah.
It was during the Cody Bixby stuff.
There was the Las Vegas suitcase that was.
Yeah, I believe I'm saying his name right, but I know his last name is Jordan. I think it's Cario or Cario, something like that, Jordan. And it's good that they found out who that little boy was because I thought he was buried as a John Doe. And it's good that they can put a name to that little boy. You know?
It's so
That's some
sad.
good news today.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sad news, but it's good. We know who the little boy is.
They can finally do their work. And did you know that they had the good news just yesterday or the day before yesterday? Was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? I think it was the day before yesterday. Adam Montgomery was also charged with Harmony Montgomery's murder.
He was in court yesterday. Yeah, that's see. I mean, it's
Great
all
news.
coming down, and there's gonna be more good news when these people go to jail. You know what I'm saying?
Leilani. You hear that? You hear that, ladies? You hear this? You hear that? They're coming for you. You ain't getting away from these. You can sit up in there. You can talk to Cher until your heart's content. Cher ain't protecting you from these, baby. Cher ain't protecting you from these. You know what?
Have the key.
Huh?
She don't have the key.
She don't have the key.
Why isn't she here then?
But Cher ain't protecting you from this. You see that, baby? See that? I'm gonna be clapping these. When the FBI comes for you, that's what you're gonna hear. And you're gonna know that's from me. You hear that, ladies? This is where you guys hear that? Here. Billy Joe, listen. This is what's coming for you. Listen. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Just wait. We're not done yet. You get no peace here and wait until you get to jail. You ain't getting shit. Cher ain't saving you from this, baby. Cher ain't saving you from this. You know why? Because good trumps evil. Good trumps evil. And that whole household is evil. I told you when I came into town, everything that you know and love is gone. It's gone. This beautiful house, it's gone. That camper, it's gone. Enjoy it while you have it, babe. Because it's all going to be taken away from you. And you know what? When it is, and you hear these things coming around your wrist, you remember the name Bullhorn Betty.
That noise. I'll put it in the box. Not working good.
It's been amazing. That's why I wanted to hear stuff on it. I wanted to see how much you could put on you. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's only one thing. I know Court TV's out here. There's only one thing I want to tell you, Court TV. That memorial there is not the family's memorial. That is the community's memorial. We started it. They stole it. So that is the community's memorial. That has a lot of Bullhorn Betty money in there. That has a lot of Dolly Vision money in there. That has a lot of Chatham County beautiful people money in there. What it doesn't have is Powell or Simon money in there. Okay, so make sure whenever you guys are reporting, we're factual on this, that the beautiful people of Chatham County and the beautiful people in Chatham County are responsible for that right there.
Okay, the power box.
Probably is. It is probably that
I hear something going on.
You know what? I know you're slow because you're a turtle, But you might want to disable your alarm. Really? It reminds me of how annoying your alarm is.
I know, it reminds me, I'll never forget to cut it off.
By the way,
get these done at?
Oh, nice. So, Angela D. Y'all isn't leaving just like guys. He will get his food. Oh, we got food coming. Did you guys include Bullhorn Betty in the food order? I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I got coffee. I'm doing good. And the good news is it's starting to become 3. We are going to be breaking everything down about 3 because we're going to come back here at night. So, it's the one side of this that you guys haven't seen live. And so I think that tonight would be the time that we're going to come out here and just document what goes on out here for the audience to see. I wanted to let you also know that there's been some lies perpetrated on me by this crazy lady, Cher, about how I stole donuts from this house that she sent. The lady that sent the donuts that I gave to the gentleman on the golf cart, she sent me the receipt for. The stuff that because when, and I wasn't here when that delivery happened, so there was no way I could have stolen it to begin with. But the cameraman from Daily Mail was here. Oh, you didn't think he was here, did you? Yeah, he was here. And he's been hanging out with me. He was actually here when that delivery was supposed to go up to their door. And when they realized it was for Leilani and Billy Joe Powell, they left with it. They didn't drop it off. So we didn't steal any of the food, just to let you know. We didn't take anything. We keep what you guys send us. We send it over here. We ask them. Most of them say Dolly Vision, protesters, or Bullhorn Betty on the receipt. So they know to come over here and drop the food off. Occasionally we'll see that, but even when I always check the receipt to make sure that it's correct. And no, those donuts that I received were definitely not for Billy Joe. They definitely came from one of my supporters. And that supporter definitely did send me the receipt for that to confirm that she, yes, indeed, bought those for me. And no, they did not come from Cher. So Cher, unfortunately, Uber Eats and Grubhub doesn't like this family. And at least for that particular person, was not going to drop it off. They wanted nothing to do with this house. So I'm sure that you got your money back for it, but you might not want to use Uber Eats because they're not delivering to the house. They'll deliver to us, but they won't deliver to them. Okay, let's get out of here. And then this is just to also remind everybody, I'm still trying to get a hold of my mechanic to fix my car when I get back to town for the few days that I'm in there. Nothing serious or anything, but it just needs to be checked. I've been putting a lot of miles on the vehicle. And so I will be leaving here either the 28th or the 29th. You guys know that my best friend's 60th birthday is on the 30th. And then I'll be back here on the 31st. So even though you guys won't be seeing my ugly mug, Leilani and Billy Joe, we still are going to be monitoring the hell out of you. In the absence of the police department, you will still be caged like rabid animals, courtesy of the beautiful people of Chatham County. Mom has a warrant out. Which one? Mama Bear. Big food order on the way. Okay. Dolly, we got a big food order on the way. Okay. I got a trash bag right over here. Because I went and picked up trash. Thank you. I went and picked up trash first thing this morning. That was all the trash they left here last night.
Yeah, I just picked up what's left in the yard.
Yeah, so and just to let you guys know, I'm adamant about keeping this community the way I left, the way it was before I got here. So we're noticing, there are a lot of people out here that, and children too. So it's not just adults, but it's children.
Clean your trash up, people, if you're gonna come out here. For real though.
Yeah, for real though, because we're out here every morning before we start, and we're cleaning up the roads out here. And it's not even being caused by us, because when we leave here, we make sure we clean up after ourselves. And then when we come out here in the mornings, we're finding plastic cups, food cartons, candy wrappers, literally littered up and down this. So I take a plastic bag. Here's what we got today. This is not even any of our trash. This is all the trash that was left out here last night that I went up and down this roadway to pick up, to make sure that we are keeping this area the way we found it. That's just how I roll. When I come into a community, I'm here to help. I'm not here to cause more problems unless more problems need to be caused. And then, of course, I cause more problems. I start shaking the tree, see what kind of nuts fall out. We got a whole house full of them right here. Hold on, guys, I'm getting there. Cher is recording all the calls she's having with them. I don't think so, unless they gave her permission. I know Cher, she's well, I guess I don't know her. I guess I don't. I mean, she's back on the, I thought she had a change of heart, but I'm just displayed like everybody else, right? But every time we turn around, she's always with the criminals. I'm always advocating for the victims. She's always advocating for the criminals. I have a funny feeling if Cher and I get together or meet each other, I don't know if we're going to like each other. I'm not sure if we're going to like each other, because I don't like baby killers, and I don't like baby killer supporters. You know what I'm saying? Just don't like it. Indiana State Police revealed Wednesday. Okay, there it is. Thank you, 3 flying doves. So here is the information on the boy that was in the Las Vegas suitcase that, this was a weird case, that just had us scratching our heads. For those that don't know about this particular case, somebody came across a suitcase it was a very specific suitcase. When I was in an area, well, we won't even go there, but this was a very specific suitcase. This was a suitcase that had Las Vegas on it. It was kind of an older style suitcase with Las Vegas on it. And sorry, I'm adjusting there we go. I'm adjusting my umbrella. And there was a body in it. And it was of a African-American young boy that they believed at that time was between, I think, 5 and 10 years old, or 6 and 10 years old. In the suitcase, and nobody knew who he was. He wasn't reported missing. Nobody talked about him.
Also, when they did an autopsy, they believed the young man died from natural causes.
And they believed that the boy died. And that's the weird thing about it, is that this child was healthy. They said this child was clean, healthy. And it's crazy. Like, what parent, when your child dies of natural causes, sticks you in the suitcase and throws you out into the woods? I mean, why wouldn't you have called law enforcement or tried to help that medical condition, whatever it may have been? So apparently the autopsy reveals natural causes, but again, this child wound up in a suitcase somewhere, and it was just horrific. So we now know his name today. He was actually 5-year-old Cario Amar Jordan out of Atlanta, Georgia. You can't throw your children away like garbage. Even though he died of natural causes, there should be some charges for parents. We can't have this. We can't have this. I don't care if that child died of natural causes. They should have called. They should have went through the proper chain of command to report that child missing. Why would you throw somebody that you cared about and loved away in a suitcase, nonetheless? But that suitcase may have had some sentimental value for that child. That may have been the last trip they took together. What was the purpose of that specific suitcase? Because that specific suitcase looked pretty expensive. Thank you, 3 flying doves. And I just want to thank everybody that's in chat right now. If you guys would go out, we have over 2,000 people in here right now. Go out and like this video. This work is hard. Hi, honey. How are you?
I'm good. Brought y'all some goodies.
Oh, thank you. I wanted to give you a hug.
I will. Hold on a minute.
Oh,
boiled peanuts.
boiled peanuts.
And boiled peanuts.
I love that.
And some paper towels and
Oh,
plates.
thank you. Thank you so much for your love and support. I
You
appreciate
got somebody else. I know y'all trying to. Somebody on there said they was bringing doo-doo.
I know. I heard them. I'm waiting.
I said I got to beat him there.
Okay.
Walmart.
Righteous indignation.
This is sick.
Oh, general awareness. Thank you.
I was going to bring you some coffee from Starbucks. Not this one.
Well, she might. She might, but I mean, right now she's getting promoted by this family. Like even Quentin didn't get this much attention from his family. Even I want to tell you that Wanda said. Hold on a second. What did Wanda say?
For the Raiders hat.
Raiders hat. I guess the Raiders hat came in handy.
I was picking which hat I was gonna wear today too.
So
like,
Wanda,
the Raiders hat.
Wanda told me something that she wanted me to tell you, and I forgot all about it. I told her I was going to go down there and tell you, and I literally forgot all about it. Guys, give me just a second. I got to go through these messages real quick. Get to the text messages. Lord have mercy. I get a lot of Facebook friends requests. I must have.
I sent you one.
Did ya? I'll get to it. So there's that. Thank you guys for the Hooters. Whoever did the Hooters, thank you. You know what we need? We need handcuffs. We don't need Hooters. We need handcuffs, and we need the chief of police to come over here and apply those handcuffs, not the sauce, just the handcuffs to these people in here. Here we go.
Let it be a wham bam.
Thank you, Charlotte Webbing. BHB is the beast. Yeah, when I come into these cases, nobody's comfortable and it sucks. You know, in all fairness, I'm not even comfortable half the damn time, right? But I'm angry. I'm frustrated. And it's like, how did we get here yet again?
Turtle Gang. I know I ended my stream, but if y'all are watching,
you
thank you guys for the Hooters. We appreciate it. All the love and support, and thank you guys for feeding us. I'm gonna get fat time I leave here.
I didn't know you killed your live stream. All right, guys. Well, listen, I'm gonna go too. We've got to get some work done. Again, we're coming back out here at night, so we also need rest if we're gonna stay here from the nighttime to watch the night shift do their thing out here. Again, it's much the tone out here at night is totally different than when we're out here during the day, and it's like, you know, I think we're giving the neighborhood a break when we're out here during the day so they can rest for the night crew, because the night crew is.
It's like they went to Hooters with me before. They ordered everything I ordered from Hooters. I swear.
Whoever did Angela D order that?
Oh no. Well,
Angela D, did you order the Hooters? Because he's like, I don't know who ordered this, but he ordered everything I'd have ordered there. So whoever did it must know Dolly pretty well.
Yeah, that's one thing.
He's happy. He's no longer hangry. This man gets hangry. That's true. You know I can't answer the phone. If this is the Debbie Thompson that just railroaded me on another station, I think it'd probably behoove you to move on. I'm hoping that this is not the same one, but yeah, you're no longer welcome on this channel. I can tell you that. But it might not be you. If it is you, move on. If it's not, we love you. But we have another Debbie. Oh, it's Robertson. Never mind. We love Debbie Thompson.
Debbie Robertson.
It was Debbie Robertson. Yeah. We don't like her no more. She's a snake, a slimy snake.
Be nice.
Not after what she did. Come out and want us to sponsor her damn trip and then gets butthurt that we didn't and starts going on all these channels and talking shit. I'm not even going to give your freaking channel a plug. I'm just going to say you're a dog and a snake. No shit, right? Jennifer L., the newest member of the coffee club. Sorry, Debbie Thompson. You're probably thinking, what is Bullhorn Betty being mean to me for? Because I got trauma. Trauma. from a lady named Debbie. But we love you, Debbie Thompson. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting the Bullhorn Betty channel. And we love you. And yes, they are litter bugs out here. But that's okay. That's why we come out here in the morning. We make sure everything's good. You know, we're trying to be respectful of the neighbors' tone because, you know, during the night, their voices are heard. During the day, I get the attention of Leilani and Billy Joe, right? They watch our channels. They want to hear what we're saying. They want to see what we're showing the people. Everybody on my channel knows you're a piece of shit, so it doesn't really matter.
Do you still have that poster board?
Yep.
Okay, I need one that says really big.
Wait. Hold on. Let's start the camera because Dolly has a proposal.
Yeah. I'm gonna make a sign that says, Leilani, will you marry me? Number 32.
Right? That's some funny stuff. Come on, guys. You know that's funny,
So
right?
Say, Leilani, will you marry me?
Leilani, you got a proposal here, but he doesn't like baby killers. So you come out. He's gonna be sleeping with one that
I'll take one for the team.
He'll take one for the team with your crazy ass. Don't just remember, he was trained by Bullhorn Betty. He might strangle you in your sleep. Let them talk to Cher. I don't care about Cher. Something was up with that. Yeah. But again, Debbie Thompson, I just want to tell you, I like you. You're nice. I had the wrong person, and I apologize about that. But I was about to say, whoo, that girl come in here. She already knows how I feel. Like, I thought I blocked her. You know, she definitely got a wrench. She kept telling me, oh, you ever gave me a wrench? Yeah, I did, because I had to go in there and remove that wrench. So, you know, the Sob Squad can have her. The cockroaches of the Sob Squad can have her because she's definitely she doesn't rise to the level of our team. She's just garbage. Her channel's garbage. That's why she's not making anything, is because she doesn't know what the hell she's doing. She had two of the best people helping her, and she decides to stab him in the back. He died from an electrolyte imbalance caused by severe. Oh, so he must have been so what had happened is he must have been very sick. He was vomiting and he had instead of them feeding him fluids and stuff like that, it sounds like he basically dehydrated to death. So I don't know, that's negligent to me. Maybe that's why they hit his body. All right, I'm going to get through these others one. Get through these super chats. Jennifer L. So I still cannot type in chat. How can you not type in chat? I only put it for an hour. Did you just become a member or a subscriber to this channel? Jennifer L. Send me an email with your YouTube channel link. You know, whenever you go into even though you don't have a channel, you're not a creator, everybody has a URL to be on YouTube. I need your URL emailed to me, and I'll make sure that nothing weird is going on behind the scenes on my end. But I need that URL to do that. So if you can cut and paste from your side of the YouTube, I'll check and make sure that nothing weird's going on. So sorry about that but I have to set this for an hour because we have these stupid trolls that come in here and they want to talk crap, and when my mods boot them, they just turn around and create another account, but they can't come back in once they've been booted for an hour. And usually my lives stay on for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours tops, except when I'm out here alone and I have to run it for the 9 hours I'm out here just to protect myself. Okay, take a break. Yeah, I'll be taking it. I got to get through these last few super chats and stickers, and then I'm going to be powering off. But there are some things on here that
we gotta get power and a light.
Yeah. Yeah, I got like 10 minutes before I got to be powered off here. And I'm trying to go through 1,000 friggin' messages. I love you guys. You guys have been chatting it up. I'm glad you guys are having these conversations between yourself. There's breaking news, read the chat. When you guys say there's breaking news, read the chat. Say there's breaking news, read the chat about so-and-so. You know, if it's about a child, if it's about this, if it's about that, you know, it makes it easier because I've got 2,000 people in here and I'm trying to read the chat. And as you guys are probably reading it on your end, it's just going right. I can't sit here and talk to a camera and read the chat when it's going up 1,000 times a second. So breaking news, and I think you're talking about the boy that was in the suitcase. We did get that. If that's what you're talking about, thanks for letting me know. Yeah, Dolly came over here, so somebody must have hit him up on his side. Where's the other ones? All right, there we go. Jen Durham, breaking news, read chat, don't leave yet. Okay. I can't tell when that was, but I'm thinking the breaking news, that was the breaking news, right? Is there other breaking news besides the kid in the suitcase, the Las Vegas suitcase? Can somebody let me know? Give me a second, because I'm not that far yet. I'm almost through it. Betty, please keep your throat wet much longer. Yeah, I know. And Olivia and I were even talking about maybe start taking some honey. I need some honey. And let me see, I got some text messages. Don't leave the chat yet. I see people posting comments. Well, Robin, can you're that's not that's not helping me. So there's apparently breaking news. Don't leave the chat yet. I see people posting comments about what? Posting comments about what? About this case, about another case? Send me a text message. I'll read it. I can pull it down, but I don't know what. So it sounds like there's something breaking, guys. I don't know what it is. Breaking news, BHB.
Okay. The breaking news is that a phone call has been released between Billy Joe.
Oh, we heard that. Yeah, we heard that, Bubba, from the Daily Mail. Yeah, I knew. Yeah, just to let you guys know, I knew that was coming out. Oh, I just couldn't tell you guys.
They've been trying to say that bathroom thing for a while.
21 told you old enough to get out of the bathtub.
Okay, so we got it. Thank you, Miss Robin, but we did get it. So the breaking news, and actually that was further up in the chat. Somebody paid for a super chat to tell us that there was the Daily Mail just released that conversation that Bubba shared. So Billy Joe knew this child was dead. So Billy Joe, you knew your grandson was dead, that he drowned, and all this charade that your daughter wasn't negligible, that you weren't negligible, all this nonsense, the disposal of your grandson. You have got to be kidding me. You have effing got to be kidding me. Huh. Yeah. You have got to be kidding me. Sorry, I didn't know. Otherwise, I would have. Okay. I figured you would have, Robin, but it's just sorry. It was crazy because I'm sitting here. I'm like, everybody's saying breaking news. You guys got to give me a heads up on what the breaking news is. Well, all right, guys. It is now officially that time. I love each and every one of you. God bless. I was hoping to get to all the super chats in here. I'm trying to spin up and see if I can get any more. There's one. Give me just a second. We got literally 7 minutes. Okay. No, Bubba says Quentin drowned. Yeah, that's what I heard. That he said that Billy Joe. So Billy Joe knew this. So Billy Joe, you're a liar. So you lied to the court, you lied to the police, and you lied to everyone. Nobody believes you anymore. Did he drown in the bathtub? Did he drown in the pool? How many bruises was on his body at the time he drowned? Just curious. I'm just curious. You knew and you lied to everyone. You're not going away. You're going to jail. I got your cuffs right here, babe. I got your cuffs right here. Right here, baby. Right here.
Where did y'all find a place that had some helium so I can do the balloons?
I tried one of the Dollar Generals, but there's one I passed by.
Told you they were liars, didn't I? Didn't I? I told you these pieces of shit were liars.
You know what? I think
I told you.
I'm just gonna buy a helium tank, and I'm gonna come out here and replace.
Hey, did you hear the audio from Daily Mail? I'll have to go. We're gonna power down. I'm gonna go do some research. I'm gonna do some work. I'm gonna give myself a little break. It's starting to get hot out here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go buy a helium tank. So I'm gonna replace some of these balloons that were out here that were all hanging down. Before I forget about it. So don't let me forget. I need to grab a helium tank and grab a bunch of balloons. We're gonna line the whole street today with balloons again.
Awesome.
Okay?
Awesome. Yeah, we removed some of the balloons that were looking really You know, they're cute balloons, but when they're starting to hang down and stuff, it breaks my heart to have to cut them off. It breaks my heart that the balloons still have to be here, that the pieces of crap in this house, right? The pieces of crap in this house still aren't facing justice. And sorry, your child drowning in a freaking bathtub? Are you effing kidding me?
Yeah, I'm gonna make it even.
All these adults in this house.
Bigger, a little better.
All the adults in this house. You're sick people. You're sick people. So I'm just curious, Leilani, did you hold him under, or did he really drown? Just curious. Sick bitches. You ain't getting that on freaking mainstream media. You're welcome. It's just sick. I'm sick to my stomach. How many people are sick to the stomach about this family? I'm so sick to my stomach about this family. But you know what really pisses me off is this chief of police not doing his damn job. Pick these bitches up. Seriously. Excuse my language, folks. Billy Joe says she thinks the police's case is weak. No, she's hoping the police's case is weak. She's hoping. But I have a funny feeling when they find that bag of bones and they do some x-rays on those other kids, they're going to find fractures. Because this woman, her daughter, probably her too, because, you know, you don't get crazy people like this without being crazy yourself, right? So, you know, I believe wholeheartedly that what Leilani did to her son is exactly what Billy Joe did to her.
No, talk about that.
But anyways, guys, I love you. God bless. We've got to rock and roll. We've got things we've got to do. We have appointments to be at right now. So we will come back to you live as soon as we can. God bless each and every one of you. Don't forget to be fearless. If you see something, say something. Because an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And you see what a pound of cure looks like. Because this entire family was negligent. And a child lost its life. This is not the pound of cure that we need to be dealing with. Right? So next time, just call it in. Who cares? Let the people of Child Protective Services. Actually, you know what? If you see a child getting beat, screw the Child Protective Services. You call law enforcement. That's law and order. That's where you need to be doing. Where you need to be calling. If a crime is committed, I don't care if it's against a child or not. The people you need to be calling are at 911. 911. No social worker is going to protect children against their parents like the sheriff can. Except the chief of police in Chatham County. Then you're all screwed. Have a good day.